Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Oh,
I think we have a Bobo in the building. There he is.
I'm back. Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to another Monday Night Live show. My name is Callum, joined by a man like Matt. Drifty will be joining us. Have a few technical issues at the moment, so just bear with us tonight. But yes, we're going to keep the party moving as best as we can.
Indeed.
Matt, how you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, man. I'm absolutely blessed. Boy, I just saw not too long ago before we came on stream, Liverpool obviously back in pre-season, and there's a certain, Dutchman that's there. We'll talk about that, but that just made my day, bro. Trust me.
People are asking, have I got new Wi-Fi? No, I haven't. That is actually one of my technical hiccups. I actually will be getting new internet by the weekend. But yeah, just trying a few little things out on the channel. You guys are asking for better content, better quality, so that is what we're trying to do at the moment. So as we say all the time, bear with us. We're trying to get it right. Continue to support us, and we will try and give you the best possible stuff that we can do. So keep supporting us, people. It does go a long way. So let's start then, Matt. Divock Origi is apparently a subject of a £11 million bid by Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
First and foremost, £11 million. Your thoughts?
When I saw it, I call it not confirmed reports, but let's just say reports. I was like, 11. The first thing I thought was 11 mil.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's too low.
Bear me 1 minute.
Listen,
Matt. Keep on going. I'm here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Listen, people, if Divock Origi was to ever be sold for 11 mil, we're doing ourselves a disservice. That's not because we think he's absolutely amazing and he's world class and whatever, but 11 mil, yeah. Think of in today's market. Now, don't get twisted. Brewster went for like 22, but English tax, yeah. You've got other strikers. I don't know, I suppose, Danny Ings. He was bought for like 17. Now, Danny Ings is a better striker, but Divock Origi, I would say, is in that ballpark of, in my opinion, between 15 and 20. He's in between there. He's 26 years of age. He's still got a lot to give, in my opinion. And I think if the right club comes in, they'll bid more than 11. I think 11 is just a starting offer. And again, I think if we was to ever sell him for 11, it didn't make no sense. And we bought him for 10 as well. I think we bought him from 10, for around 10 from Lille anyway. So that'd only be like a 1 mil, profit. And we know we're better than that. So in my opinion, I don't see Divock Origi being sold for 11 mil. Not a chance. I think if he does go, he goes for between, as I said, 15 and 20. Even if it's add-ons, but you don't go for that amount. That's too cheap for me. I don't know about you, Drift.
Divock Origi, obviously you're probably his biggest supporter on our channel here. 11 million. What's your thoughts?
To be honest, guys, I was lying. I didn't have a technical difficulty. I just didn't want to talk about this thing. I thought you'd be done talking this by the time I came in. Still.
No.
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, listen. I've said before, I'm very, very understanding to the fact that I've got to be realistic. He's not a part of the team anymore, that's obvious. And I want to see him flourish. That whole stupidness about if you love something, let it go, I've got to do that, innit? 11 mil, I think, is very underpriced for the ability of the player, but he's only got 1 year left in his deal, so it's actually a good price, if you actually think about it. With 1 year left in his deal and a year of football where no one watched him play, I think 11 mil is a very good offer. I would have preferred we got about 15, or maybe put a buyback clause on it or something like not a sell-on thing on it. If he ends up busting it up and you get 5 or 10% of the sale or whatever. But yeah, 11 mil makes sense.
Well, the reason why I say we can get more than 11 is because, bro, he signed a new deal in 2019.
But he's only got 1 year left, I heard.
No,
It
because
must
I
have been a
think
3 year deal. It
he
must have
signed
been a
a
3 year deal, bro.
no, it's a long-term deal. It doesn't disclose it, but I'm pretty sure it was 4 to 5. I think it's about 4.
Oh, is it? So, but I read
Yeah,
that he had 1 year left on his deal, though.
because even I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, so this is in 2019, July 2019. Divock Origi committed his future to Liverpool by signing a new long-term contract. Now, when it says long-term, I'm gonna go out on a whim and say it's 4 to 5.
No, no, but actually did me a favor and go and transfer market, bro, because what I read said he only had 1 year left on his deal.
Hold on.
Just while you check that, so Mr. Dare I Say It Drift says, how many players do you reckon will sell realistically? And do you think I can be Drifty's lawyer for the wild things he says sometimes?
Wow, thanks.
Selling players, I think we'll probably sell players in the double figures, probably about 10 players probably this summer. Drift, lawyer, you looking for one?
Hopefully I'll never need one, but I'll keep it in mind, bro.
1975 Jamrock says, can you elaborate on why we'd be doing ourselves a disservice? He's got 1 year left on his contract over this. You save on his wages as well. Opportunity cost. So apparently, so his contract does end July 2022, as Chris Braxius pointed out.
2022. So, but it's had a long-term contract.
Long term's anything over 2 years, though, isn't it?
See, I was gonna say anything over 3, but fair play. If that's
So-
the case, then it is. Then he's got a year left. Then so just right. Then he's got a year left. If that's the case.
So here's the thing: 11 mil doesn't sound like a lot of money, but yes, you are saving on his wages. Apparently, there'd be a 25 million pound release. Sorry, 25% sell-on clause in the contract as well.
Oh, so yeah, so everything I said then, Liverpool know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I think.
Did you say
Sorry, go on,
25%? What from his previous club, from Lille?
No.
that what
We would be inserting a 25% sell-on.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
maybe.
when he fulfills his potential and then he goes on to a better club, we'll get money for it.
If he fulfills his potential and if he moves on, yes.
When, Cal?
You can say if Drift. I gotta be honest. It's an if. Last time he was in Germany, he didn't do very well.
Yeah, that's true. But he was told to go out there and he didn't want to, innit?
It could be the same situation now as well. He might not want to leave Liverpool,
Yeah,
but
I think he'd be a bit smarter with a permanent move than he would with a loan move. Because with loan moves, sometimes you're always going to come back, innit? Permanent move, you've got to think about it more because that's it, innit? Like,
I'll be honest with you. I think when he went on loan the first time, I didn't think he expected to. I don't think he expected to come back. We just signed Solanke. Solanke seemed to be like that new hot prospect. I don't think he expected us to bring him back.
Yeah,
but obviously
maybe.
we did.
But if you believe in yourself and at about 22, you'll probably feel like, you know what, maybe I can force the issue. Now he's 25. He's probably more like of the understanding. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move on now. I know, like,
Yeah.
Look, actually, I think he was 21 when he did that loan move. Maybe even he was young when he did that loan.
He wasn't old, but I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I know we banter with Origi and stuff, and I'll be honest, some of the stuff I read about Origi online is a bit distasteful. But if he were to leave, which I think he should, I genuinely would be over the moon for him, and I'd wish him nothing but the best. Like, for all the people who say yes, he may look a bit lazy and laboured on the pitch, doesn't give as much effort. That's fair criticism. I have no problem with that. But no one here can say he's ever been unprofessional. It never causes problem behind the scenes, as far as we know. Whenever he plays, he tries. Maybe not as hard as we want him to, but he tries. I just think it's time for him to move on. I think we've outgrown Origi. I don't necessarily think he's adapted to where we are. But I wish him nothing but the best if and when he leaves Liverpool. I genuinely wish him nothing but the best. Like, he seems like a great guy. Everyone seems to like him as well.
I feel like we've outgrown him as a little bit of a liberty on him because he never got a chance to grow with us. I think you can only outgrow a player who you've seen play regularly and they just can't adapt or they just don't fit. When you've played as little as he hasn't had a chance to even see if he can fully do what's asked of him because he's never given a chance, bro.
I hear that, but when we see little jokey things come out from Liverpool, like when Firmino and Alisson, for example, did that little funny quiz and they were like, who's the laziest player? And without question, they both said Origi. when you speak to people like Neil Jones, who said Lonergan is like saying Origi's the best in training, but doesn't translate to the pitch. I think that those are the reasons. Remember, again, we're not savvy and we don't have access to behind the scenes, but when things like that come out, it kind of says quite a bit, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Yeah. But I genuinely wish him nothing but the best. Like, he's given us some fantastic moments. Like the Dortmund goal where he brought us back into the game. The goal against Bournemouth was a cracking goal.
Yeah.
The goal against West Brom when we drew 2-2 and everyone mocked us for standing in front of the Kop, hands together, celebrating that draw. He was the one who got the equaliser. It took a deflection, but he got the equaliser. You think about Barcelona, Newcastle, that kept us in the title race. You think about the Tottenham game where he scored the winner in the Champions League. Sorry, the second goal in the Champions League final. Like, how anyone can be angry with him kind of goes beyond my thought. I can understand if you wanted to move on, that's absolutely fine. But for people to say he's this and that, I think that's going a bit too overboard. And as I said, I wish him nothing but the absolute best if he moves on.
Listen, Divock Origi's been a great servant for Liverpool. He has. In the time that he's been here, he's scored some memorable goals, and I would say he leads as a cult hero just simply for the fact of, you know, he kept us in that title run in the 18-19 season. And not only that, he helped us win a Champions League that same year. And he's just he's just a cult hero. Everyone loves Divock Origi, innit? Like, I think it's hard not to like him.
Yeah.
Even the stuff he does off the pitch. Remember, he's done something recently.
Yeah, scholarship.
A scholarship and that. Bro, the guy loves Liverpool. He really does. And even if you check his Instagram, he's like, ready pre-season. Like, he's about it. But I just think Liverpool have, as you mentioned, Carl, I think moved on because we brought in like a Diogo Jota, and that's the type of player that Liverpool are looking to get now. Someone that can come in straight away and potentially get you 15 goals, 20 goals a season, whether you play them up front or, you know, through the middle. And I also think tactically as well, I think maybe that's where Origi struggles sometimes. I think Klopp asked him to do certain things, but I think he's got a certain way of playing, and I think it's hard to get him out of that from what it looks like. Because sometimes Klopp does look annoyed when, I don't know, like he's playing centre forward and he's just to the left, and you see Klopp like getting all anti. But again, like he's 26, bro. He's not like he's not over the hill. He's young.
You've been allowed to play up front for us, bro.
Drift. Let's not even.
No,
this.
honestly, I'm not even doing an agenda.
Let's not.
Any real time,
do you know what?
Gave him a run, even if it was a couple of games in a row coming off the bench, bro. He kept playing him on the wing, bro.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I'm asking you guys as well as the people. Can I play a video of Divock Origi with no sound? We'll be alright off YouTube. I think we'll be alright because off YouTube and keep it in the mini player. I think no sound. I think we'll be alright, guys.
I wouldn't even chance it, you know. The way YouTube are moving at the moment, I wouldn't.
Because I kind of, do you know what, guys? What I'm going to do is for the next show, I'm going to do a bit more research and see if we can do something. Because there's some things that I want to play to you guys. Like, I've got a video I'm looking at, and it's got like Divock Origi's like goals, and it's 7 minutes long. Obviously, I'm not going to play 7 minutes, but I just wanted to play a few extras from just to remind people.
Some quality goals for us.
Yeah, like what he's done. I want to play it, but I just don't want us to get a strike and all them things.
I haven't thought about this before, so this is completely off the cuff. So I could be so wrong. Because that's the beauty of live TV. You can just get it so wrong. Off the top of my head,
no sound.
I think as an individual, based on moments, I think Origi might be in the top 5, definitely in the top 10 Premier League Liverpool players with the best moments as a Liverpool player. If you go through and you think about our achievements in the league, and you think about the fact that he's got 5 goals in derbies, which is a big deal to score goals against Everton, especially when they're important winning goals. When you think about the Dortmund game, that's a European game. When you think about the Barcelona game, that's a European game. Obviously, the final speaks for itself. If you weigh up the Newcastle goal to keep us in the race for the league, I think you'll struggle to find 9 Liverpool players that have got more important moments in the Premier League era than Divock Origi. That's just me off the cuff. Like, cause I'm really trying to think, apart from the obvious ones like Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard, like apart from like obvious ones like that. I mean, of the level of the importance of the
do you know what it is? there's
I
a few.
can't,
Do
I
you know
can't
what?
agree with you,
I
Drew.
can't. Do you know that? I know you're head topping, and you'll pop. If I mention names, you might be like, yeah, but if I just said to you off the top
No,
of my head,
name if you name them, then I'll be
I'll
like,
name them.
okay.
I'll give you an example. Robbie Fowler got some ridiculous moments. Yeah.
I still don't think they're as important, but yeah.
Michael
No, but
Owen.
because we're talking about nearly winning the league and winning the Champions
Alright.
League. The importance of the moment plays a part in what I'm
Michael
saying.
Owen. That goes without speaking. Michael Owen.
Michael Owen will be above.
So hold on. I'm keeping
let me-
account. I know I'm just keeping account. So we've got Fowler, Owen so far.
Steven Gerrard.
George
that's
Gerrard,
obvious.
yeah.
Steven Gerrard.
Steven.
Oh, what's his name? Look at my mind go.
Fernando Torres.
Yeah, Torres.
That's 4.
Suarez.
That's 5.
Suarez, bro.
No, Suarez, yeah. Torres, I'm trying to think of how many moments will be his biggest Champions
Manchester
League
United.
goal.
Manchester United.
Man
Inter
United.
Milan.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
It's been that Champions League run.
Can I take over here? Can I take over?
Yeah,
here?
of course.
I'll give you Torres. All right, go on.
Danny Murphy.
And Suarez as well, by the way.
I'm not giving you Danny Murphy.
But Danny Murphy, didn't he score like 3 in a row at Old Trafford to give us 9 points?
Beautiful big moments, but not as big of a moments as European.
Oh, don't count.
Coutinho.
Alonso.
Genie.
I'll give you Genie.
What about Dirk Cow? Cow? Would you say Cow?
Did Cow score goals that was big as those though?
Yeah, winner at Manchester City.
Derby winning goals and European winning goals.
He scored 2 penalties against Everton back in 2006. That gave us 3 points.
Oh yeah, hold on.
I'll give you Salah as well for free.
I was gonna say Salah. And what about your boy Mane?
I'll give you Mane for free.
But what the list is piling up.
No, but what I'm saying is, it was off the top thing, so I wasn't even saying it was fact. But what I'm saying is, we've still got to go to the creme de la creme of players before you start bringing my argument down. You've named legends, actual legends. But
that's the whole point of these moments, though.
So for Origi to have moments that put him in that conversation, the disrespect isn't right. Do you get what I'm saying? He's in the conversation where you got to bring me Michael Owens, Luis Suarez, and that to say they've had better moments than him. And we're talking about man, he gets disrespect. Shit, get him out of the club. He gets mad disrespect. Then I don't think he's
top 10's a lot.
Firmino's had moments, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you Firmino as well.
That's what I'm saying. But what you're saying is
about creme de la creme. This is
he might sneak into the top 20.
Yeah, because I think.
Top 20 is a piece of cake.
Yeah, top 20.
I'll give you the top 10, but top 20 is a piece of cake.
It's not a piece of cake,
bro. It's above. How many Champions Leagues and Premier League Premier Leagues have we won in 30 years? 3.
All right, but
if he's been a part of those most important moments.
Tell me Divock Origi's most important moments.
The most important moment would have been the goal against Barcelona in the semi-final. If you just want one moment,
I said how many important moments, like very important moments. I'm not just talking about scoring in a derby, like I'm talking about like the winner in a derby, for example, or the winner in a game.
Yeah,
because there's a difference between moments and important moments.
No, but remember, as we've always said, first goal in an important game is also a very important moment. It doesn't have to be the winning goal to be a massive moment.
Okay, but Genie's goal, the third goal that Genie scores in the Barcelona win, is never going to get the same recognition as Origi's winner.
But
it's just not.
It's still a moment.
No. It was a moment, but I'm saying it's not as big of a moment, though, is it? It just isn't.
Yeah.
The winner's always more remembered than the equaliser.
This is to help my agenda. I'm not even going to hide it. But was Origi not the one who scored the first goal in the comeback against Dortmund?
Yeah, he did.
He was, right? Now, for me, you know, for my boy Lovren, that was the moment. But if Origi doesn't get that goal, we don't even get the belief. So that goal is very important. Do you get what I'm saying?
All right, so that's one then.
He got the away goal against Dortmund in that same time.
That's not the same.
Bro, if you score the only away goal in an important European away game, that's a big moment, bro.
No, but we've had hundreds of players who scored away goals in the Champions League drift, in a draw or win.
No, but you're asking me for moments of him that were massive, and I'm saying that's a massive moment.
I don't think that's a massive moment. I think it's a goal. I don't think that's a massive moment. It's an away goal. That's standard stuff for Liverpool.
All right, well, the Everton game the season when we won the
Night,
league.
the
That
90
was-
plus
that
6
was
where he got
massive.
the header winner, yeah?
Yeah.
No, that was the season before. I'm talking about when he got the brace, when he opened the scoring in the 5-2 battering of.
No, but again, bro, that's just 2 goals in a game, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
brother, if you score a brace in a derby, that's a moment in itself, bro. We're talking
No,
about
but-
Liverpool Everton and you get a brace. That's a moment, bro.
yeah, but again, bruv, Nicky Barmby's got braces against Everton and all that as well, bro. We
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
sit
I'm
here
not
and say that
talking-
about
I'm-
Nicky Barmby.
But then I don't really know what the rules are except for just a winning goal.
But what I'm saying,
and that
dude,
means it's only a winning goal.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I think sometimes it's a case of, even though he scored a goal, it's not to disrespect the goal he scored, but to say that it's a massive moment. I wouldn't say, like, I would say the goal against Borussia Dortmund's a massive moment. The winner against Everton, where it comes off the post and Pickford like fumbles it, that's a massive moment. The away goal to Newcastle keeps us in the hunt for the league, massive moment. And then the winner against Barcelona, a massive moment. So in my opinion, he's had 4 massive moments at Liverpool.
Bro, you're not gonna not include the final. He scored the winning goal.
Oh,
in the
sorry.
final.
5. Sorry, apologies. I didn't even mean to do that. So he's had 5 massive moments at Liverpool. Like, those moments are phenomenal. We'll never forget him for that, which is why I think he's a cult hero. But can you literally sit there and say there aren't at least 15 players in our history who have also had 5 massive moments at Liverpool as well? Like, we are Liverpool. That is one of the reasons we're
maybe. But you know what will always help Divock Origi to be at the top of the list is that 2 of those moments are in the Champions League, and we've only won 2 Champions Leagues in the Premier League era. So if he's a part of that, then that kind of trumps a lot of other people's. Like, honestly, it does, because the Klopp success started with that. So you can even think about how much that even means, more than maybe if it was just a random situation. Or I'm just saying, for me, those moments are just huge.
Fair enough. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong. I think it's more of a debate than just saying he's definitely in the top 10.
No, I didn't say it was definitely, because obviously you lot named a lot of players. Like I said, I was just thinking off the top of my head. You remind me of them, so I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough. But obviously, like, in my mind at that moment when I'm thinking, I'm like, there's not many people I can think have those moments to their Liverpool career where they can walk away and be like, look what I was a part of. I was a part of something that huge. It's not that many. So,
but listen, Divock Origi, again, like, it's not. Listen, Divock Origi's had. I just think he's had his time, bro. Like,
yeah. Come on, man.
He's had his time, innit? But no, moments wise, like, regardless, you can't take his moments. We all know he's got moments. I don't know if he's in the top 10. I don't think he is. I think he's top 20. But again, I'll stick to what I'm saying from originally, though. I still think 11 million is actually too low for Divock Origi. It is. He's 26 years of age. And I think if he goes to a team that actually play the way that he needs them to play and can play in a system that benefits him, he's worth more than 11 million pounds. 11 million pounds in today's day is cheap, bro. Minamino's 7.5.
So like, I'm going to ask you then, Matt, how much would you say then?
I said between 15 and what was it, 15 and 20 or 15 and 18. That's what I'm saying. He's worth that. Even if it was a case of, okay, base is 15 and add-ons, he's worth that amount, bro. Think of strikers.
But on what basis would you say? And again, I'm not even just saying.
On what basis?
I'm asking this because I know people in the comments are going to ask. On what basis is Divock Origi a 15 to 20 million pound player?
I'm basing it on he's 26 years of age. He's in the prime of his career. They would have done his due diligence and know he doesn't really get injured too tough. He's athletic. He can score a goal. Technically, he's very, very good. If you put him in the right side, he can get you goals. I just think, just because he hadn't showed it so much at Liverpool, I think clubs deep down know, hence why they will bid, like Borussia Mönchengladbach a bid for him. They know the talent that he has, and at 26, bro, you can still get the best out of that. So that's why I think if you're going to try and get a man of that talent for 11 mil, if you get it for 11 mil, you're lucky, because I think he's worth more than that. We have to be real. But there's Premier League like strikers, yeah, and again, it's English tax and all that, yeah. But Brewster went for 22 mil. You're telling me
I'm just going to stop you really quickly. I'm just going to stop you because I think we tend to do this. I think we're all guilty of it. We tend to look at the best deal that we've received and compare it to all the others. With all due respect to Bournemouth, all due respect to Sheffield United, we fleeced them for Solanke and for Brewster. We did. Let's call it how it is. Michael Edwards got them lot in a room, threatened to do something mad to them, and made them cough up that sort of money. It just is what it is, isn't it?
How much
So-
did we sell Thingy for then? Like, and again, you might say the same thing though. But if we sold Wolves a right back for 9 mil, who my man hasn't played.
I hear you, but that was that. I mean, I hate to use the whole pandemic excuse, but is this the whole pandemic as well? Like, are we thinking about it without it being a pandemic as well?
All right, think of other strikers then in the league. I'm just trying to figure top of my head. All right, who bought? All right, let me put it like this, yeah. How much did Newcastle buy Thingy for? They're big striker. How much did they pay for it?
Who, Callum Wilson
No,
or
Callum
Joe
Wilson.
Linton?
Joe Linton. How much did they pay for Joe Linton?
No,
no, I'm asking a question.
No, I'm laughing because I know it's a lot of money. It might
That
have
might
been
pay
around
like 30.
It might have been 40, I think.
Bro,
But how many years was that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Divock Origi smokes them brothers there.
All right,
You
and
wanna
here's
know
the thing, though,
something,
man.
yeah?
Sorry,
Come
really
on.
quickly.
Even though when-
I'm coming
even
back
though
to you,
when
Drift. I'm gonna come to you, Drift. I'm gonna come to you. Here's the thing. I agree that he's better than those players. I do.
Yeah.
But you know what the question coming back is going to be?
Mhm.
And this is where I've got to play devil's advocate to both of
Okay.
you.
Yeah, go on.
He hasn't proved it over a long enough period. And again, I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm not saying that that's all on him. I'm just saying over a long enough period, he's not proven that. So that's where the discrepancy is, in my opinion.
All right, then. Grujic, I think there was a bid made for Grujic around the same price from Porter, roughly. Something like that, yeah? But Liverpool apparently said, no, we want more. And again, Grujic went out on loan and Grujic had a decent season, right? But that's Porto. They think he's good enough. And Liverpool think he's worth more than that. Divock Origi, yes, hasn't had that consistency like a Grujic. But I'm telling you from now, even if you say, Divock Origi's on that same level, you should really get about 15 mil for him, bro. Like, this is a striker, again, and I know he hasn't shown it consistently, but bro, he's got talent. You can't ignore talent. Strikers are hard to come by in this day and age. Look how we're struggling. Like, we're all looking, I mean, and again, I don't want to be disrespectful, but we were all looking, well, certain men were looking at Paxton Daka like he's the saviour, and he could be. But who's to tell me that if Origi went Leicester, that he doesn't do the same thing that Paxton Daka does? Now, I don't know that. Paxton Daka could do a madness, and I might sit there and go, rah, we should have got him. Or Origi could do the same thing for another Premier League club. How do I not know that Origi could go to Wolves and bat it up, or go to a Southampton or whoever? He's got the talent, bro. It's just that the way how we play and the way how Klopp wants us to play, it's not to his strengths, so to speak. And not only that, they don't give him enough game time. Like, he's never had about 10 games in a row from when he was, when we bought him. Maybe when he went on that mad run. Other than that, bro, he's never had that. So
Agreed.
You're taking a gamble, you are. But I just think, bro, in today's age, Divock Origi for 11 mil does not make sense to me, bro. If we sell it for 11 mil, I'd actually be like, Michael Edwards, bro. Have they caught you when you were like taking your medication, bro? Because that don't make no sense. Like, that don't make sense.
The only reason why I don't agree with it as much as I want to is because he's only got 1 year left, bro. That's the only reason why I'm not gonna, because I back you on Origi, but I think with 1 year left, 11 mil with a sell-on clause is a good offer.
Bro, here's the thing though. I know 1 year is a big thing, but sometimes in football it isn't. And maybe it does determine who the player is. For example, Eden Hazard. Chelsea managed to get 100 and something million. And I know I'm talking about a different caliber of player. But sometimes in football, that year thing don't really matter too much, so to speak. And maybe it is the caliber of player. But bro, Divock Origi, even a year left, 11 mil, you can at least squeeze 13, 14. And I know it's only like 3-4 mil more, but I just think even to him, Divock Origi 11 mil, bro. We bought it for 10. Remember that,
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to read out.
Edwards going to be happy with 1 mil profit? I don't think he is.
I say Edwards going to be happy with 1 mil.
No, bro. He'll be like, I flopped this transfer.
So I'll be honest with you. This kind of does lend back to the whole model, and you have to ask yourself: Did Edwards kind of drop the ball last season by not selling him last season for what would have been more money? But again, that's a conversation for a different day. I'm going to read out some of these super chats. 1975 Jamrock says should think about his long-term earning potential as opposed to just a fee now, which is true. There's a sell-on fee in there that will help.
Yeah.
Chris says so. Assuming Origi goes, is Keita next? Drift and Matt will be in mourning this summer. Just be Cal on his own.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what's going on with Liverpool. I don't know who we're selling because.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I don't know.
If Firmino gets sold, I'm throwing my toys out the pram. I'm just letting you lot know from now in it, so it's no surprise to anyone. I'm throwing my toys all way out the pram.
There's a very good chance we could just be all on a hiatus.
Yeah. Jovanovic,
Sorry,
on.
Cal. No, Cal. Finish that. Sorry.
All right, cool.
No, finish that.
Romano 08 says, boys, I want us to all go out and get Insigne. He's a must. I don't think he's leaving Napoli.
Nah, he's like the king of Napoli.
Yeah,
it
he's
used
like
to be
Totti
kind of
for Roma.
Yeah, it used to be Mertens, but obviously gotten older now. So Insigne is the guy, along with there's one other guy that's there as well.
Insigne is very inconsistent.
There's another guy that's there. Fabian Ruiz is another one. I think he's another staple in their team.
Insigne was even inconsistent throughout the tournament.
Oh, I thought Insigne had a good tournament.
I thought he had a good tournament,
but there were games where he was brilliant, and then the games where he was just okay.
He's one of Italy's best players in their tournament, though, no?
Kind of like I don't know. I think he's a bit inconsistent.
Mr. Dare I say it? Drift says Chiesa, Jota, and Elliott in 2024 with Gerrard.
Chiesa's a hard one to get though because he's on loan from Fiorentina, and
I spoke about that earlier.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to do.
Jamie Phillips says Origi cult hero, seems a great guy. Wish him all the best. I would love to see him smash it up elsewhere. Same here, Jamie.
Same.
Mazza says can't wait to see Liverpool back next season. Also, you have to pick out of Chiesa, Rafinha, and Neto, or Pedri, Tielemans, and Saul. Big up yourselves. All right, we'll do the first one then, boys. Chiesa, Rafinha, or Neto?
Hold on, did he mean we have to pick one of them and have all three of each one? Or...
No, you
just one out of that bunch.
One out of the wingers and one out of the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking Rafinha all day. That's my guy, bro.
Only because of Neto's injury.
No, we're talking about if they're all fit.
Chiesa's sick, though.
Neto.
Chiesa's sick, though.
If they're all fit, I'm going Neto, but Chiesa is a bad boy.
He's sick, bro.
He's a bad boy.
Chiesa's sick.
And then Pedri, Tielemans, or Saul?
Pedri.
Saul.
I'm going Saul as well.
Saul.
Paul says, shout out to James Redmond, LFC legend, and big up Kopish. Yes, indeed. Big up James Redmond.
Big up.
Big up James Redmond every time. He knows why we're saying that as well.
1975
Jamrock says, based on what he was worth 20 mil after the Champions League final. I mean, we have spoken about it, so we're not going to keep on going over it. But I mean, 11 feels low, but I don't know if it is low given the market and where he is as a player right now. I think it just feels low because we're used to selling players of his caliber for higher value. But I think we have to look at the overall picture. But I get where you're coming from as well, Matt and Drift. I wouldn't be surprised if we sold him for around that figure. Even though I'd want more, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would think 11 mil with a sell-on is a good deal. It's definitely a good deal.
I'm expecting Liverpool to get 13. You know, 13.
If he does well, Matt, and then gets like a 25 million move to a bigger club afterwards, we get 5 mil of that. If it's a 25 mil.
Yeah, that's what we done with Ings, innit? For Southampton. Yeah. That's what we done.
So think about that would actually be quite good because then it would bring the deal up to about 16 mil in the end, which is what you're saying we should get. So I kind of see the logic behind it. You know what I mean?
Mazza says, yes, Drifty knows about Pedri. Quad says Origi signed a 5-year deal in 2019. I'm seeing a lot of conflicting things.
Yeah, it was only a 3-year deal.
That's what I'm saying. When it says long term, I thought it was a 4 or 5 year deal, but then some reports saying it's 2022. So I don't know, people. I genuinely don't know. It's hard to pin down.
The 1975 Jamrock says Origi is worth only 15 mil more than DePaul. Are we sure? Or 15 million pounds less than DePaul because DePaul went for 30.
DePaul went for 30. But here's the thing.
But that was a release clause, though, wasn't it? So that's not the value of the player.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, see, DePaul's up. Don't get me started with DePaul. Don't get me started with DePaul. Please. Hold
on, just on the last one. So last one on Origi here. So from Chris says, why aren't the likes of Leicester showing him interest if he is the player that sort of some are saying?
So let me say this. So if I brought Leicester because I just thought of Leicester's one of the very few teams.
And it doesn't have to be Leicester as such, but why are other teams who?
No, but we
around that.
don't know that. It's just that a German team so far has made that bid. But how do we not know that like another
We
team?
know Wolves are interested as well.
Yeah, and Wolves have been a match for a long time. You never know. They still, again, this is just an opening bid from one team. And again, the reason why I said Leicester is because I thought of our team that plays two up top. I think we get the best out of Origi as well, and that's why I said Leicester. But again, like Leicester also look like they're on the verge of getting Kabak. Now, does that make Leicester amazing because they're getting Kabak? I don't think it does, but they're willing to take a chance on Kabak.
No, but I think the question is, would you guys buy Kabak?
Me.
Yeah.
If it didn't matter on our budget, I would.
Me personally, no. I personally wouldn't take Kabak. That's nothing against Kabak, but I just think we can do better than Kabak. That's just me.
Fair dues.
Just like how Man United are trying. Sorry to cut you a bit quickly. Man United are trying to get Varane. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I don't want to speak about it. I don't want to.
There you go. There, and I'll leave that there.
1 year left on his contract. Only matters if you believe your team wins the player's signature of all available options of the player. So some teams need to pay more to get a player for sure. I think in an ideal world, you get other teams starting to bid, and there'll be a bit of a bidding war for Origi, and then hopefully the price goes up.
Do you know why what Troy's saying? I completely get, because say Mönchengladbach are the only team who won him, then the 1 year matters because they can go, well, look, no one else is interested. Do you want to lose him for free? But why Troy does have a good point is because if all of a sudden RB Leipzig go, hang on a minute, do you know what? And then at Dortmund, for example, go, do you know what? Actually, do you know what? And then there's three teams. Liverpool can go, well, who's going to pay the most? Because then you get him. And then the 1 year doesn't matter because people will start bidding more in it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true,
Quad says it was an additional 3 years onto the 2 years he had left. Okay. Appreciate that, Quad.
So what did he say? Sorry, say that again, sorry.
So apparently he's got a lot more time left on his contract than this 1 year. Like, we have to kind of go away and have a look just to confirm it, because again, I'm not 100% sure.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I thought originally as well. I thought that originally, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Unless you're Divock Origi's agent or Divock Origi, I don't think no one knows what he's got.
Yeah, for real. Before we move on to the next topic, guys, please do smash the like button. It really helps us to grow as a channel. All it does is take half a second for you to scroll up, smash the like button, and scroll back down and you're in the chat. So please do that, people. It will be greatly appreciated and really help the channel to grow.
Trust me.
All right, next talking topic. Over the weekend, obviously, we know what happened with England losing, but also in the Copa America final, Brazil lost to Argentina. Messi finally got his hands on that long-awaited international trophy. However, with the teams losing, it means 4 Liverpool players lost out in a final. So that means Firmino, Alisson, Fabinho, and Jordan Henderson all unfortunately received runners-up medals as opposed to winners' medals. First and foremost, with England and Henderson, didn't get to play much games because of the injury. I'm going to ask you both. 1, do you think he should have started the final? And 2, do you think it will have an effect on Henderson for the season coming up?
Nah, won't have an effect on him. It's Jordan Henderson. Got the strongest mentality at the club, arguably. It won't affect him. He'll bounce back real nice. Should he have started? Hindsight is very easy. I was having this conversation with my brother last night, because the player I would have dropped for him would have been Phillips if I was going back to before the game started. I actually think Phillips had a brilliant game yesterday. So that's hindsight, innit? But I just think you need a little bit more know-how. And again, I think Rice and Phillips had a brilliant tournament overall, like they did. But if you think about what they've achieved in their career, neither really know how to get it done. And Italy in the second half of that game really took control of the midfield, and England couldn't get anywhere near them. And that was the reason he brought Henderson on. But we all know the flow of a game, once it's already going in your team's favour, is very difficult. Even if Messi had come on, it would have been hard for England to just stop the wave of possession Italy had built up with the momentum. And I just feel like that midfield battle was a big part of how they eventually clawed back the goal. So I would have gone with Henderson for experience, because you just need a few men who just have that little bit of extra know-how of how to get over the line. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I kind of agreed with the Mason Mount starting as well, because even though Saka and Sancho were brilliant players, And Foden is a brilliant player as well. I get coming off of the knowing how to get it done in the Champions League, playing well and all that for Chelsea. Southgate's probably thinking he's got the mentality of knowing how to get over the line. Do you get what I mean? And he played a much bigger part in Chelsea's success than a lot of those other youngsters did in their team's success. So I get why he went with Mount, which is why it was a little bit of a shock he didn't play Hendo, but I'm guessing he wanted to reward the two who'd got him there, which would have been a little bit Libby as well. If you think about it from a personal point of view, whichever would have got dropped in the final when they got the team there would have looked a little bit bad mind, didn't it? But I guess being ruthless is how you end up winning, though, isn't it? Like,
I was just gonna say that it's a fine margin. It's a fine margin. Matt, what did you actually think of Henderson's performance when he did actually come on?
He wasn't that great, to be honest. I'll have to be honest with you. He wasn't. He looked a little bit off the pace, so to speak. But again, I think it's even testament to him that he even made it for the tournament. Remember I was telling you, man, about how his groin was so bad, like ripped it off the bone or that. Bruv, it's crazy. Like he beat the LC even getting to the tournament. So fair play to him. Listen, I'm so glad that Jordan Henderson has won things with Liverpool, and he's been integral to what we've done. So that's obviously a Champions League, a Premier League, a Club World Cup Championship, and a Super Cup. Yeah, because even though losing in any big game, in any tournament is going to hurt, I'm just glad that that's not going to define him as a player, because he's been there and done it and knows how to do it. So it's not going to make him think, oh, no. Whereas you got guys like Harry Kane, yeah? And listen, Harry Kane, bro, still hasn't won a major trophy. And that thing's going to be playing on his mind. He's going to be thinking, well, club team football can't win nothing. International can't win nothing. It's different. Like Henderson, I'm glad that's got that mentality where he's won things. So I don't think it's not going to bother him as much as some other players. And yeah, man, I'm just glad that he's back, though. I'm glad he's back. You see Kane
losing that game yesterday? I think he's going to really double down for a move now. I think if he had won yesterday and he got to lift that trophy, I think it may have made him reconsider his stance at Tottenham. I think now he's going to definitely double down. He's going to want to move to one of the Manchester clubs, in my opinion.
Maybe. No, you might be right. Yeah, but with Henderson, here's the thing.
I agree with that.
I do think, though, he, for me, has done himself no harm. Didn't have the greatest tournaments, but do you want to know something? When he came on, he tried his thing. Not only that, when there was a huddle, I saw him actually leading the huddle. I don't know if you lot saw that.
He is the captain of that team.
And he is. You know when it's like, you got the captain, but then like, for example, so Liverpool, even Gerrard, right? So Gerrard was the captain. Don't get twisted. Led by example. But Carragher was probably the one, maybe in the changing room, where he was just rassing man up, like we can't do da 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 da. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always that kind of one that's more vocal and maybe
dressing room
people respect.
Did you not see Carragher rassing everyone up on the pitch, right?
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. But he was looking to take off Arbeloa's head at one point. You remember that when he was looking to
same with Agger.
Body man.
Done it with Agger.
Yeah. So listen, man, Henderson. It don't faze me that he lost with England. It really doesn't. I'm just glad that he can get some rest, and he'll get some good rest as well. Because I think I said in our daily news show, check that out as well, people, if you haven't already. That's out now, by the way. That Jordan Henderson will get some rest along with the Brazilian guys. They're going to get at least a minimum 3 weeks off before they even start training, and I think they need it. So
Demo Dre says, smash the like, guys. These men deserve more. Thank you very much, bro.
Appreciate that, Demo.
Also from Edward says, Mount and Kane anonymous. Those stop-start penalties, zipped mouth. Drift. Onto the Copa America boys quickly. So obviously 3 of them. Alisson didn't play the final. It was Edison. Bobby did play the final. Fabinho didn't play the final, as far as I can remember. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Obviously, them guys are going to need a rest, and well-earned rest, especially the likes of, well, all of them. Like I was going to say especially, but all of them need a well-earned rest. Speaking selfishly as a Liverpool fan, how does that affect us for the start of the season? Because if you look at Alisson, Fabinho, Henderson, and Firmino, that's a large part of the spine of Liverpool. Not saying we can't obviously win games without them, but that's a large part of the spine. Will that affect or hinder our preparation for the start of the season?
It will hinder the preparation. I'm not sure if it will actually impact the actual results at the beginning. I agree with what Matt said a few shows ago. I think Ali will be back because goalies need less pre-season. And I feel like because he's so good, I think 1 or 2 weeks back, and he'll be ready. So I think what he'll probably do is he'll probably give Ali until the beginning of August off, and then he'll probably bring Ali in, and then give him about 2 weeks to get up to speed, and then he'll be ready for the start of the season. But with Firmino and Fabinho, I think they need a little bit longer off because of how much running they obviously do as outfield players, especially Firmino, with already being a bit tired and a bit ran into the ground from the last 5 years. On the mentality thing that you said as well, I'm hoping those boys aren't as affected either, because obviously they won it 2 years ago. And, obviously you never want to lose, but they know the taste of victory. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like it won't bother them as much because they've won it. I think if they hadn't, then I'd be worried about those guys as well. But I think winning it last time out, I think they should be okay as well. And they're three of our very strong mentally players as well. Do you get what I mean? So hopefully, and you know what? I know it sounds stupid, but there's also a part of me that feels like you don't feel it as much when you don't take part. I could be only speaking for myself, but whenever I used to lose games in any level of football that I played, it would hurt me. But I would never have the disappointment of my performance on top to hurt me, so it never bothered me as much. I don't know if you lot feel that way. Like whenever I played in a game we lost, I felt responsible. Whereas when you don't play a part, you're more upset as a member. You don't feel the responsibility, and it makes it a little bit easier to not be as down. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how
I hear what
I get you mean.
I get what you're saying.
I hear you. If you're not playing, like, or say you was a sub or something, and you came up for 5 minutes, or as you said, maybe you didn't even play. Like, it's not the same minute, because it's when you're fully involved is when you get fully, I suppose, emotional. Not saying that you're not. You're on the sidelines. You want your team to win, but I don't say
you feel responsible, bro.
Yeah, like
you played and you didn't play well
feel it's like,
to win. Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying?
You feel more connected because you
like right now, if Alisson was the one who got lobbed, all he's doing is replaying. Could have done something different. What should I have done? And then that bothers him more. Do you get what I'm saying? Within the defeat. I mean, I really don't know what Alisson was doing on the bench. If you want to win, you play the better players.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I rate Casemiro, but as the Brazil manager, how do you justify Fred playing over Fabinho? Anyone got any answers?
The only thing I would say is Fabinho in the 8, maybe
He's
seen.
still better than
No, hear me out. Hear me. Let me finish. Let me learn. Might be seen to be the better 8, even though I disagree. That's the only logical explanation.
You said Fabinho. What? What did you say?
They could. In Tite's mind, or however you pronounce his name, or Chiche, I think it is. The only logical thing he can say is, I'm playing with 1 6 and 2 8s, or 1 6 and 8 and a 10, and he may not favour Fabinho for the 8 role and wants to play Casemiro, because it's a debate between whether Casemiro or Fabinho is better. I think Fabinho is better, but it's still a debate, and Casemiro is not a massive step down from Fabinho.
But Casemiro is a 6 though, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
No, but it was Fred who was in the midfield.
No, I know, but I'm saying Fred wasn't playing as a 6, was he? He was playing as an 8.
Bro, I'll play Fabinho. Anywhere Fred's playing, I'll play Fabinho over him.
I don't even know. Do you know what, Carl? It looked like I don't even know what Fred is doing, because it looked like he's trying to be an 8 and a 6. Because it looked to me,
know what Fred's doing?
It looked to me like it was Fred and Casemiro at the base, and Paqueta was the most advanced. But then, maybe your way. All I'm saying is this: it don't matter.
Fabinho should have been playing.
Yeah, Fabinho should have been playing over Fred. He's just a better player. It's that simple. I don't know what Fred was doing, but shocking.
Mr. Dare I say it just says, as soon as Bobby came on, Brazil looked better.
They did, 100%. They did.
One thing I will say as well, watching the game, I don't know if you guys actually got to watch the game live, but
I did. I watched it live.
I thought Neymar got on the ball and did really well.
He did.
And again, I'm not even trying to turn this into agenda, but you see that version of Neymar where he gets the ball and he gets fouled but keeps on going? That version turns up, you're in massive trouble.
Did you see the fouls? I think I said to you, man, bro, the way Neymar got fouled in that game was actually stupid, Like, it's actually got to there was one point when Neymar burst through, and I think it was Rodrigo Del Pool that literally just draped him on the floor. And I was just like, ref, like, I just want to see I want to see players ball out, like, and I get it, like, obviously it's like you win it. It's one of them things where they wanted to kind of win at any cost, so to speak. So they were just being mad aggressive, but bro, it spoiled it for me because there were so many times when Neymar beat two man, and bro, they would clamp him to make sure the attack broke down, and it was really frustrating to watch. It was so frustrating. Bro.
But you know, I think the thing that bothered me about it was in the Colombia-Argentina game, I'm not gonna lie, Messi was getting done. Like there was blood coming through his sock. Yeah, that was how much they were picking him up.
Yeah,
and it was bang out of order. And all the Argentina players, rightly so, were like, "Ref, man, you got to do something. They're trying to kill our star man here. What is going on?" And then the irony is, like you said, man, in the final, they did the Colombia tactics and were just whacking up Neymar. And it's like, you know what it feels like because you watch Neymar get it last game. So why are you doing it now? Like,
bruv, he was just getting take out all the time. And every time it looked like something promising, they were literally just like, no, this looks too dangerous. Take him out. Bruv, it didn't matter what they need to do. There was one challenge. I can't remember who it was from, I'm trying to remember. Someone nearly broke someone's leg. I was like, this is just stupid. Like,
yeah. Speaking of that as well, I'll be honest, I thought Jorginho was very lucky to stay on the pitch last night.
Bro.
What he did to Grealish. I thought
that was a red card.
That was a red card.
Grealish is lucky he walked away from that.
But he stamped on his inner thigh, so he came in and kind of like stamped on the thigh. Like, what?
Oh,
where's
gosh,
the football?
Terrible tackle.
Do you want to know what though? Yeah, I know it's easy to watch a game and feel a bit hard done by refereeing decisions because that's just the nature of football, isn't it? But I felt like the ref let a lot more go that favoured Italy than he did England. I can't lie.
Yes and no. I think there were points where the ref did it for both teams. But I think what they did in this tournament, which I agree with, is they stamped down and said, you know what, bun this whole play acting. Unless I think it's a foul, I'm not just going to give you a foul because you roll around. And if you saw, it stopped players, one, going to ground so easy, and two, stop rolling around as much. And that for me, it has to happen.
I would like to know, it improved the tournament, Cal, definitely, you're right. But in that final, there were two decisions that didn't even go to VAR. One of them was that stamp. That, for me...
that's a red.
No, but it didn't even go to VAR, bro.
They didn't.
How can a potential red card not
Grealish even tried to show, man. He's like, look at the damage.
Yeah, that's...
Bro, it didn't make no sense.
What made me sick was Jorginho rolling around like he was hurt. That made me sick.
Yeah, bruv, he committed the foul and acted like Grealish had done him something. Yeah. And when you see the replay, it was just him overly aggressive, realised he made a mistake and thought, crap, I need to stay down like I've been hurt. Yeah. That way, the ref might feel like I've been hurt too. But I'm not going to lie, but don't get twisted. Kane done the same thing, though. I don't know if you man saw. Yeah, Kane went down, yeah?
Kane, I'll be honest, as Kane gets older, I feel he plays for fouls way more than he used to.
Yeah, because he never used to be as bad as that. But
when he goes to a proper club, he won't need to do that anymore. He's learned that at Tottenham where they've got to fight for everything, innit?
John, it is just right. Yes. I tell you what, you know when you're a big game player, yeah? Referees, they want to bit it, but they respect you more. So when you go down, they'll give you that foul. Bro, when a Neymar or Messi or Renato go down, more times than not, they get the foul. But when you're not seen as that upper echelon of player, if you go down, they might just be like, man, shut up and get up, man. That's how they treat certain players, you know?
Yeah. Kane does go to ground a lot. Sterling did it as well. I mean, the Denmark one for me wasn't a penalty.
Oh, you see what Chiellini did to Saka? My man, no, bro.
Yeah, that's not a red though. I see a couple people saying
it's not a red, but what it is though, you're playing Johnny Iscal.
But it's just a shirt. Let's be honest. It's just a shirt pull. It probably looked worse than it was. Right. But remember,
if you're running at but what it is though, you're running at full speed and someone grabs your shirt from behind. So it's like this: someone's pulling your shirt like that. You're running at full speed and yanks you down, bro. That's dangerous.
Yeah. I'm basically running in Tesco to the toy section. Mum told me not to run off, and she grabbed me. Like, yeah. That's what that was.
Bro,
it's not a red for me.
No, it was pushing the boundary. You know them tactical fouls where it's like, I know it's not a red, but it's like It's an orange, innit? So the ref can't give me no orange, so I'm gonna do it. That's what happened, innit?
I don't even think it was an orange. I think yellow card's fair. It's a shirt.
Nah, bro. Do you know what it is?
No,
It
Cal,
was
you
the
got to remember
aggressive nature.
that was what 2 minutes from time. Saka's in on goal, you know.
He's
Bro,
not in on
so that's-
goal. He's not in on goal.
For me, it
Bro,
was how
none of
aggressive he
those
done it.
Italy man were catching him, bro.
No,
how
but
aggressive
Saka
he
would
done
have got away from Chiellini. He was off.
No, I'm
Bruv,
not saying he wouldn't have burnt them, but you can't say he's in on goal. He
But
was
I don't know if
he was by the technical area. He was in on.
Yeah,
he
no,
wasn't
but
in
he
on
was
goal.
in on goal, man. Saka was
what I'm
in on
saying
goal.
is the
man.
aggressive nature.
Why
Because
do
you
you
can
think
hold
Chiellini
someone's
did
shirt, bro. You
Nah.
can hold someone's shirt, yeah, and stop them from running, bro. He pulled his shirt so hard to make sure he came down like that, bro. Go look at it again, bro.
Yeah,
Jay,
but it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card.
What I'm saying is,
for me,
No, I don't think the Chiellini one should have been a red card, but it's very, very borderline. Like that's what I'm saying. Those orange cards. I'm telling you, we need a 10-minute sin bin for orange cards. You lot ain't listening to me. We need it.
If that foul was committed 10 yards further up the pitch, then it's a definite red. Maybe even I'd say maybe 20 yards further up the pitch is a definite red. But from where it was, it just shows Chiellini's experience. Like I don't agree with fouling the man.
Cards, them man there, like him. Ramos.
That's not even dark arts. That is
it is dark arts.
Matt, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I'm not even a player that knows the dark arts of football. You see, if I lose the ball and there's 2 minutes left on time, I'm grabbing a man's shirt, bro, because I know that's going to be the thing that hurts him the least. But he's not going to be able to get. I'm not going to kick a man or trip him up because that can physically hurt him. But I'm going to grab a shirt.
No, but you can grab a shirt and hold on to someone's shirt to the point where they can't run. Yeah, but we're talking about a man. Literally, you're running at full pace. A man might come from behind you, just yanks you like that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Part of the shirt,
I'm not gonna lie.
I might even grab your shorts.
Swinging out. I don't care if
I might grab your shorts.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna grab your socks. I'm grabbing anything.
I can't stand him.
All I know is the way he fouled him. A bigger man than Saka might have got sent off for his retaliation.
Yeah, probably 100%.
It was an ultimate boiting. He grabbed him by his collar and choke slammed him to the ground.
Yeah.
It's an ultimate boiting.
Bruv, there could have been a table. And he still would have done it. Oh my God, King! Did you see the table to the side of the pitch? I'm telling you, Chiellini does not care. Them brothers there don't ramp, you know. Trust me.
I'm gonna be real with you. You guys are saying this. I know for a fact you two would have done the same thing as Chiellini. Look at my face, bro.
No, do you know what it is? I'm an attacker.
You're quiet. You're both quiet now.
No, but I'm just thinking. I'm an attacker. No, but I'm an attacker. Yeah. So for me, no. Do you know what I would do personally?
You're grabbing the shirt, bro.
I would no, but even if I grabbed the shirt though, Cal, I would grab like say you're running past me and there's like 9 seconds of the game. But I will hold on to your shirt, yeah, and just make it so bait that I'm not letting go. So obviously I'll get a foul, right? But I'm not gonna yak because his brother is still. I might sound a bit soft here, but it's dangerous, bro. It's the neck area, innit? Man just went like that. Like I don't know, man.
I'm grabbing the shirt and I am not letting go.
Don't know, but saying that though, if it was a final, I'm not gonna lie. You just should have seen man just do some raging demon.
Don't get me wrong, as fans, obviously we have a right to get annoyed with opposition players. But you see, if I'm not fouling that's not right. You see, if I'm not going out to physically harm someone, I'll be honest, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to win a final. I'm just being real.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll grab a shirt, I will pick up the ball, I'll save the ball with my hand, I will pick up the ball and kick it into the crowd. I'll do whatever I have to do to win a final.
No, you're right. I would.
So what we saying? What Suarez did against Ghana was justified.
Bro, I'd have volleyballed. You'd have been like this, bro. I'd have been like that.
I don't know if I could have done. No, I don't know. You know
what Suarez did.
That's a line goal, fam.
Matt, Jamaica in the World Cup quarterfinals, last minute of the game, someone headers the ball towards goal. You're not using your hand.
No, I am true. You're right.
Bro, I'm catching the ball and bringing it to the ref, bro.
Is that what's your football? Is that what's your...
I'll cup it. Ref, I know what's coming. And I'll look back at goalkeeper and say, bro, save this, yeah? And I'm putting it on the penalty spot and I'll take my red card.
You're right. I can't even front. You're right.
Catching it, bro. Just cupping it.
Do you know what? You know what?
We'll get the football and put it underneath the t-shirt and that. Just to show a man like this. What?
It's
know
my
what?
ball.
I
No
think
one's
there should
playing.
be-
It's my ball. No
Say
one
nothing.
else is playing.
I'm
I think
calling.
there should be a slight change to the rules. If that happens, I think the player who handballs it should have to go and go for the penalty, and then they're off after the
No, man.
penalty.
No, but that's so crazy stuff.
No, because you know what? Because like what happened there, a good
Yeah.
goalkeeper has a chance to redeem something for your
But
team.
that's the whole
Whereas if
point
you
of.
go in goal as the player, then it's a guaranteed goal.
But that's the
because-
whole
Bro,
point of
it's
the tactical
life,
foul,
it's
though,
life,
isn't it?
bro. It's life, bro. It's exactly a tactical foul.
It's a
Bro,
tactical foul, isn't it? It's the
that's
master
a
of dark
30
arts, bro. It's
shit.
dark arts, though,
I'm
isn't it? It's
playing
dark arts.
if I'm playing any sort of a knockout game for Liverpool, Jamaica,
Yes.
bro.
For me,
just
Guyana as
know
well. Guyana, Jamaica. Yeah, bro.
anything,
You got a point. Still.
anything barring going to fully hurt another man,
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
trust
I'm
me.
not doing
but
down
like
a
I said,
power
you should
league,
have
bro.
to go and goal because your goalkeeper's got a better chance
Nah.
of making it a redemption
Bro, I
story.
do
right?
tactical fouls at power league, bro. That's just a Tuesday night having a kickabout, bro.
No, but
I don't
bro,
wanna lose a power
handballing it
league.
on the line is different to a tactical foul. You've actually stopped a goal, like
I know,
literally
dude.
stopped a goal.
I know.
Bruv,
and I will
it is
do
how it is,
again,
though.
bro.
To be fair, it is. I just want to hurt. I don't think I need to hurt someone to do it. But they see the whole stop it, hold the ball in the hand thing. Man will do that all
Yeah.
day. They don't get twisted.
100%.
If
And
I
it's
could not
still-
hurt someone, man would do that.
And it still begs the question, even though Suarez is way bigger, more of a scumbag, what handball was worse, Suarez or Henry?
Probably Henri because Ireland actually didn't get a chance. To
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's 100% Henry.
It's
But you know
Henry,
what?
you
Because
know.
Henry's a good guy, it will never be looked at that way.
Well, that and because people will say it was more accidental. Suarez was fully
Accidental. There was nothing accidental about what.
No,
Henry
when I
did.
say accidental, is in it was kind of a natural reaction.
Bro,
type
he knew
thing.
exactly what he was
No,
doing.
he was, but look,
Bruv, Henry's
Ireland had nowhere response. Like Suarez fully pushed the ball out and then
Yeah.
celebrated in the tunnel and like
Fully
Suarez
done
didn't
like
help
the
himself,
whole-
innit?
Suarez went in still.
No, I think the worst thing about Henry's one was the sliminess of the fact that he acted like he never done it even after the game. It was
Henry
like,
think-
bro, at least be honest now, bruv.
Is there
Like-
any point, no, Drift? What's the point of being honest then? What would it? What?
No, but because you know what, you can make a mistake and then you can say I was caught in the heat in a moment or whatever. But if you act like it never happened, that's real scumbaggery.
No, yeah, Henry. You know, it's because Henry's got that slick man, like
Yeah,
that
he's got charm,
persona.
innit? He's got charm.
All they have to say is "Baba boom," and everyone's just like, "Yeah,
Ah,
we get it. We
come on,
Baba
man.
boom, man."
Come
Yeah.
on, you think I,
Bruv,
you
he's
think
got
I
it.
do that on purpose? Come on,
Innit?
man. You think? Come on,
Me
man.
on purpose? Sacre bleu.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Where's
what-
Suarez? When they are
Where's
Suarez, you
Suarez,
Suarez.
man? You got Suarez there.
Suarez, you did it on purpose. That's Suarez, bro. No, man. Suarez is a
Of course
bad
he
man.
Um,
He's out of order, bro.
GDBS10 says England's attack and defense may have gotten better, but the midfield is still lacking. I disagree with that. I get why you say that. I disagree, and the reason I said I think it was yesterday's set, especially the second half and extra time, was more down to tactics than personnel, in my opinion.
Mm.
I think Southgate was playing for penalties. I think it was pretty obvious.
I think he was playing for penalties in the second half of extra time. In the first half of extra time, England kind of had a go. And then I think when it got to the second half of extra time, then he started to think, don't lose the game kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think England's defense might be the weakest part of the team overall. Like, but I don't know. I think England just got a good team. I think they have a good team.
Southgate didn't utilize the midfield enough, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong,
Or I think
Southgate-
it's attacking players he didn't.
but
utilise.
yeah, picture both. Because listen, he done well to get them to a final, right?
Mm.
But then a lot of it was based on keep the game tight, and then we open up as the game goes on. But sometimes, though, you just have to be offensive from the start because it's not always going to work that way. Because when you go down, for example, it causes problems. And even when Italy scored, like Grealish didn't come on till when? Like Rashford and Sancho didn't come on till like I just thought
Yeah, I think you know what. Yeah,
It's a bit
not
mad
even
still, it's a bit
not even trying to dig man out because I think we just got to be
bit
proud
mad.
of the players, and I think it was a great tournament, and anyone can lose on penalties. But I got to be honest with you, and you lot know I just speak the truth. If I'm Sterling or Grealish, and I'm watching Saka walk up to take that last penalty, I'm feeling a little bit ashamed of myself.
No, I got to stop.
As
No,
a
let me stop you
senior
there.
footballer,
No, Drift. I got to stop you straight away there. It was Southgate's decision. It wasn't them, man. It wasn't. It
bro,
wasn't those players.
Southgate even himself kind of said, I asked, and those are the players willing to take the penalties.
No,
that means Grealish and South and Sterling.
Grealish came out. No, bro. Grealish came out today and said he wanted to take a penalty. Southgate came out after the game.
I mean,
and said,
Grealish can say that all he wants, bro, because it's over now, isn't it?
Bro, Southgate determined. Bro, Pickford was going to be the sixth penalty taker.
Bro, so you're telling me, yeah, that
Grealish
Southgate
volunteered, bro. He volunteered.
So you're telling me Southgate had Grealish telling him, I want one, and didn't give him one. I find that hard to believe.
There's video footage. He came forward.
Who said, I'm picking the 5 penalty takers?
Yeah,
bro.
So Southgate had a list, right? And he's double confirming with everyone. He came round to everyone. He came to Saka, yeah? And as he came to Saka, Grealish just come out of nowhere. I was literally just like, I want to... But he said to Saka, you're taking a penalty. If you watch Grealish's face, Grealish is like, fam, that.
Well, I'll need to go back and see that because I find it hard
to
believe.
Shall I tell you what else?
Roy Keane and everything.
Bro, shall I tell you what else, yeah? That's more even concerning. At the beginning, before the shootout even happened, you see Southgate with the dossier, yeah, or the iPad, looking at the names. Jordan Henderson comes over, looks at the names, and bro, his face was like he was mortified. I can't even lie. So basically, he looks at it like this, yeah, and he's like, what? Bruv, when I saw that, I said, brother.
And here's the thing that I find even. This is what I will put.
I need to find the footage.
This is what I will put. What I will put on Southgate, regardless of whether it's true or not that he picked that 5, and if those are the ones who want it the most, whatever, you still don't put Saka on the 5th penalty. Do you know how much pressure was put on that young man's shoulders to take the 5th penalty? It doesn't even matter the way the tournament went. The 5th penalty, a lot of the time, is the most important penalty, regardless of whatever the situation is. That should have been Rashford. Even if you wanted that same 5 to take the penalties, Rashford should have been the 5th. I really don't understand why he put that much pressure on Saka to give Saka the 5th penalty. Like, for me, that's bad management. Especially if you lot are telling the truth in terms of, or what you lot are saying is correct, sorry, that Southgate actually overruled Grealish. Because when I was sitting there and I was thinking,
straight after the game.
Hold on, Grealish is not taking one of the first 5 penalties. Hold on. No, what is going on here?
I was surprised that Maguire took it. Again, not taking anything away from Maguire's penalty was probably the best penalty of the whole shootout.
No, I thought he was the one who was gonna miss, bro.
Well, I was surprised that he went up as well. But again, here's the thing. We look back and we say Southgate's this and that for letting Saka take it and the players he chose for the first 5, which is all fair enough. As a coach, he deserves that criticism because it didn't go right ultimately. But is there not a sort of, let's say, for example, again, not that I'm saying this because I believe it, but just throwing the question out there. Is there no argument to say he sees them training all the time? They always take penalties after sessions, apparently. And he picked the 5 who he thought who were the best in his opinion. Is that not to say that he just was unlucky in the penalty take? Because again, the penalty takers didn't take the best of penalties either.
Oh yeah. You know what, Cal? Yeah, I mean, you can look at it all ways, can't you? Because if I'm being honest with you,
because penalties Jorginho missed a penalty as well. Jorginho's a seasoned professional.
Yeah, no, true. And if I'm being honest with you, other than Kane, Rashford is probably England's best penalty taker from evidence.
I disagree.
From evidence, Rashford is pretty techie from the spot.
Man, do you want it? Let's cut you guys. I'm going to show you, man, the footage now, of the whole thing, Let me bring up now on screen, people. So people can make of this what they will, and then we can decide. And
bro, make sure that this is another clean, allowed.
Yeah, bro. There's no sound. Don't worry. There's no sound. There's no sound. You get me? I'm going to make it full screen. Can everyone see this, yeah?
Yeah, take off the sound.
Yeah, there's no sound. There's no sound. So there's no sound, right? Everyone see this, yeah?
Hold on. Let me just quickly read out the super chat so then you can see it. So Craig Richardson says Saka. So Keelan on Saka was like, okay, I know.
It actually was.
Go on, then, man.
Oh, look at this. Look at Henderson drift. bro.
Yeah,
Watch Grealish. Watch Grealish come out now. Look at Grealish. What?
Nah, Grealish didn't look like he wanted it to me.
Bro, no.
That looks like a man who was told Saka's taking the fifth, and Grealish hears that and goes, "Right, not me."
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what that looked like to me.
Bro, go look at it again. Look at, hold on. Look at Grealish's face. Grealish was obviously told, I'm going to take a penalty, yeah? He's gone and told Saka, though. Saka's taking them.
I'm not going to lie. That
what's he gonna do? No, but what's he going to do, though? No, bro. What's he going to do? Scream in the manager's face. Look at it again.
No, but to me, that footage doesn't back Grealish.
Yeah, he looked disappointed there, Drew.
Look at the disappointment, Jim. Let me see if I can make it.
I need more information. I need more than that.
Drift? Hold on. I can't even make it any bigger. Drift, I'm telling you. Let me make it.
No, bro. You know, I see it. You don't need to make it any bigger.
No, I do. No, because you're not.
No, I see it.
No, bro. Look, we'll play it one more time, people. What do we think of this whole thing? Listen, I'm in my detective mode. Look at Jordan Henderson.
I'm telling them he's taking.
Look at Henderson, bro. Look at it. Henderson's like, what? Nah, bro. Saka, you got number 5. Grealish. I thought it was me, bro. Look at the disappointment in Grealish.
I need more proof that that's Grealish won in a penalty.
Man. That looked to me like Grealish was on it and was told he's not in the first 5.
But for me personally,
Grealish got shot, bro.
If it's true, then fair enough. But I would have just thought, Saka. And do you want to know what's mad? After Jorginho missed the penalty, I know it's unconventional to even change penalty takers. But even in that moment, watching Sancho and Rashford buckle to the pressure and then thinking Saka's even younger, even to change who takes the penalty in that moment, to me, is still better management. You don't let Saka at 19 years old make that walk. You don't.
But that's on the manager. That's on the
manager.
No,
I blame him. I blame him for that. But the thing is, I've still felt like maybe it was forced on him with Sterling and Grealish not wanting it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because for me, as the senior players, even if they don't want it, I still feel like they are more like. Let's be honest.
Was Sterling taken off?
Sterling are two players who I would personally believe would score a penalty more than Saka, even based on evidence.
All right. Here's the thing. See, here's the thing. With the Sterling thing, this is one thing I don't understand as well. People are accusing Sterling. Yes, he should have stepped up in front of Saka. If Sterling misses that, we're gonna say, why did he take it? He can't take penalties anyway. Sterling's never been a good penalty taker in his life. So if you're smart,
he did score the winning penalty in the Carabao Cup for Man City, though.
I hear you, but Jeff, hear me out though. If you haven't got the best of records of penalties and you think someone's better than you, you would let them take it. Like if I thought he was better than me at penalty taking, I'm gonna say to Carl, Carl's man, and be like, Carl, do you know what? Yeah, no, let Drift go, let Drift take it. He's better than me.
And
that's him being noble in my opinion, rather than coming at him.
What you're saying is right, yeah. But we got to remember that mentality is very important in dealing with pressure of the highest game, apart from a World Cup final, and arguably a Champions League final. The European Cup final is the biggest moment in football history. I feel like a player who's got more experience, is better than the weight on a 19-year-old.
Sorry, Drift. Apparently, so this is from Chris, says you can't change the 5th penalty taker once the list is in.
Oh, can you not? I didn't know.
This is what I'm saying. So Grealish.
I've never heard that, Lord.
There's more footage.
Makes more sense why Grealish looked disappointed.
Bro, there was, because I don't know if you lot saw. So when Southgate, as soon as it finished, Southgate was seen with the notepad on the sideline. So he's talking to his assistant saying, this is the 5. So he's gone over to speak to the 5. And that's what I'm saying. When he comes over to Saka, because Grealish is obviously watching from afar, thinking he's going to come over to him, right? But if he goes over to Saka, and Grealish thinking, but wait a minute, that's 4 people going already. You're telling me Saka's the 5th one. That's why when he calls over, he's like,
I think you're reading too much into that.
That
doesn't look like a man who's saying to me, why am I?
He's confirmed it. He's even confirmed. Why would he say it?
He's not going to sort of put that pressure on the manager there and then, like.
Yeah, he said it afterwards because he's annoyed though. He wanted to set the record straight.
Yeah, I think.
I believe him. I actually genuinely believe him.
To save face, bro, isn't it?
No, but I believe him though, bro. I believe him. Generally, I believe him. You can tell, well, from what I can see, it looks like a man that's shocked that he wasn't put as number 5.
Let's be honest.
I don't see that in that footage
Bro,
personally.
all right, let me ask you this: out of the 2 players, who do you think, from what you've seen of their personas, wants to be the guy that would take England to that trophy? From what I've seen of the whole tournament, is Jack Grealish. Even look at his interviews, the way how he speaks, the way how he wants the ball. Like, and again, that's just me just hyperballing, isn't it? Like going by how someone plays and interviews and stuff. But to me, bro, it does kind of look like Jack Grealish is the guy that would want those headlines more so than Saka.
You'll be surprised, bro. Gascoigne never took penalties for England. You'll be surprised how many of the star players.
No, but that's Gaza. But they're 2 different players. That's Gaza, though, isn't it? This is Grealish. I'm just saying, from what I've seen of the 2 players,
how many players in a normal scenario will take the game by the scruff of the neck and will try their hardest to win. But when the penalty shootout comes, shrink a bit. You'll be surprised how many men will shrink, during the penalty shootout. No, but so all I'm saying is, if it's true,
that's true.
Then obviously I apologize for making it look like I'm saying that man was being a bit of a coward. But for me, I feel like Sterling and Grealish, no matter what the situation is, should be demanding that they take a penalty in a shootout more than watching 2 19 and 20-year-olds, because Sancho's only 20 as well, remember? Watching 2 young kids.
No, I know. But Southgate made the list, though, bro.
The managers made the list, Drift. What do you want?
You can't change that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can't change that.
Aiden says Saka's never taken a pro penalty. That as well. Again, I think we kind of need to dispel a bit of a myth that just because a player's older that they should be taking a penalty over a younger player as well. Because I remember, like Ronaldo, for example, in Euro 2004, took the 5th penalty against England, and like he was a kid at that time. I don't think it's down to the age. I think it's more down to the technique of the player. I don't think it should just be about age. I agree, Saka shouldn't have been the 5th penalty.
No, same. Yeah, it shouldn't have been.
I don't think you can just turn around and say because a player's older that they should have taken a penalty.
Yeah, like if he's older, he should have pulled rank. If he's not good at penalties, it don't make no sense for him.
Torres wasn't really great from the spot. Suarez had an up and down record from the spot as well. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I would, me personally, if I was 27, I would struggle with living with myself watching a teenager go before me, and I didn't have.
All right, but let me ask you this though: in football, isn't it a case of if you're good enough, you're old enough? Like if you're on that, you're good enough to play. You're good enough to take penalties.
Has ever had that pressure before though? None.
No, but that's on Southgate.
But that's not when
Southgate had it in the list.
This is what I was going to say, bro. Why did Southgate
as well? As I said, I wouldn't have put Saka on the 5th penalty. I'd have put Rashford on the 5th penalty.
But I wouldn't have let Saka take a penalty until it was like, obviously, if it goes round to like 8s and 9s and that's when you put my man. So the manager really and truly should know. All right, these people have come forward in training and said if it ever goes to penalties, they want them. This guy decided to think he was slick and think, right, you know what? The 19-year-old, 18-year-old star boy can do the thing.
He said, I wanted to take one. The gaffer has made so many right decisions through this tournament, and he did tonight. But I won't have people say I didn't want to take a penno when I said I will.
So he said it with chest. But right there, he's actually putting himself in the fire line. So that's why I believe him even more so. That could harm him.
I'm not saying he's lying or anything. I'm never going to start some conspiracy against
that. Could affect his England career. Do you know?
But any player that wants to save face kind of will say that though. So you can't just take that as gospel.
All right. I'm not taking it as gospel, Jeff. But then if he does that though, and it's not true, bro, he's causing a rift between him and Southgate. So what good does it make for him to say that then if it's not true? Because if Southgate's still the manager when England go to the next World Cup in Qatar, whatever. He's actually saying like, right, you know what? Yeah, you might have heard something, but I'm gonna be real. I told the gaffer I wanted to take penalty, but it's his decision, isn't it? Think about it, innit? Publicly, like that's a big thing for him to lie publicly. I know that. Let's say if it's not true, he's gonna get backlash from the manager. Imagine look at him and be like, "Why are you lying, bro?"
But obviously, sometimes if you see everybody saying that you're a bottler, it might bother you and you don't want that perception to be out there. So you'd rather beef the manager than make everyone feel like you're the bottler. But like I said, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying you got to look at both sides. You can't just act like for a fact he's telling the truth because, I do kind of
made it clear straight away saying he was the one who made the list.
There you go.
Fair enough.
So that's Southgate and Grealish, bro. And you still think what? You think Southgate lying now? That's what I'm saying, bro.
No. If Southgate actually said it, because when I watched the interview,
He's
after
come
the
out and
game,
said, "I
he
chose."
didn't mention anything about that, and I haven't watched anything else.
No,
So.
bro. Southgate said straight away, "Raw, the people that took the penalties, I made the decision. I made the list. It's on me." Obviously, and that's another thing as well that Southgate about. It's on me. Well, who else is it going to be on, you idiot? That don't make no sense. It's on me. Well, who else is it going to be on? You pick them. We all know that. The players don't pick themselves, do they? It's the manager that has the final say in it. Oh,
Yeah,
Well, that
Southgate.
makes me even more annoyed with
But
Southgate.
that waistcoat was
that's
moving mad tight, and you could see Grealish was shocked when Grealish thought he was going to be the fifth guy. That's why I even looked from the. That's what it even looked like on the video, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that annoys me even more because then he definitely shouldn't have made him the fifth one, even if he was going to go in that order. You
That's
don't
what
make Saka take the fifth penalty.
Do you know what? Detective Matt in the building. That could have even been why Henderson might have saw that number 5 Saka and thought, "What? I respect you, Gareth, but shouldn't that be Grealish?" I'm just saying it. There's so many things that you could think of, but yeah,
But that's
Henderson's.
the thing, bro. I wouldn't even have made it Grealish. I would have made Grealish take the third penalty and made Rashford take the fifth. For me, when you look at Man United's record, yeah, Rashford is techie from the spot. I know Bruno came in and started to take them, but if you look at pressure penalties, yeah, Rashford is actually very good, and that's why I was really surprised that Rashford was the one who let the pressure get to him. Because Sancho and Saka, I can understand they're not used to that, but you see, Rashford carries a lot of responsibility for Man United, which is a massive club. I was quite shocked to see him buckle because he don't take penalties like that normally. Like, it was really weird. That stop-start penalty crap that him and Sancho did made it so obvious and bait that they were nervous. You know what I mean? It was weird, man.
No, do
So
you know what
weird.
I'll say? No, I'll say Sancho was nervous when I kind of looked at his face, but I wouldn't say Rashford was nervous. Rashford was just literally unlucky because he hit the post. Whereas, you know, when it's saved, it's like, yeah, did you hit harder? Rashford actually dummied the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper went the complete other way. He was just so unfortunate that he hit the post. That not because if that goes in the net, everyone's like, that's one of the sickest penalties. The start.
I've never seen him almost come to a stop like that though. The way he did, like he literally almost stopped.
But he was confident though. When he went up and took the penalty, he looked confident, in my opinion. Anyway, he had the swag, like, start this thing. I'm putting this in the corner, but it just didn't work out, man. Didn't work out.
Couple of super.
Yeah, look, Jerry's even saying he doesn't normally take pens like that. It's like the pressure.
No, agree. Just, I don't know. You think Rashford was nervous? Maybe he was. I didn't think he was. But
couple of super chat says Zizi, Salah has the best pens. Can't tell me different. Yeah, Salah's like, I'll be honest. Every time Salah runs up, I'm nervous. But
nervous that he's gonna miss and he pass it in.
You always seem to pass it.
Salah's different.
But I love it.
Can we not start jinxing that, please? Let's move on.
Yeah, very true. Actually, he has. Well, I'm not going to say anything more on it, but yeah, you man know. Salah's on this thing when it comes to the.
Millie's still my guy for penalties, though.
I think Salah might actually have a better record than Millie for.
No, let's not go there. Please,
I'm just saying.
No. Milner's a better penalty. Well, actually, I think I'm just saying. If
Salah's
the fate of
better record, as far
if the fate of the universe was on the line, I think I might have to go James Milner. You know,
I'm going James Milner.
Let's put it like this, Cal. If Liverpool had a penalty and it meant that if it gets saved, Liverpool get relegated, are you picking Salah or are you picking Milner for that penalty?
Honestly, I don't know.
No, but you have to because you could get relegated. You
got. No, I know, but they both miss penalty. Like, I think Salah's only missed.
I'm asking you to pick one.
Honestly, I'd probably pick Salah.
Ooh, jeez.
Bruv, Salah eats pressure for lunch, bro. Remember,
so does James Milner.
No. Hold on. Let me hold you lot for a sec.
Oh, I know he's gonna do. He's gonna bring up the stats. Don't even.
No, I'm not even bringing up the stats. Egypt getting to the World Cup. Salah hold the whole nation pressure on his back.
That's what he does. I agree.
He converted.
I don't know their records off the top of my head.
Putting down Mo.
Yeah. This is just me thinking I'll give the slight edge to Milner, but I could be wrong.
No, do you know what it is? I think Milner's got a better penalty technique because sometimes I feel like Mo would just hit it hard and like, whereas Milner always places it exactly where he wants to put it.
You see the Tottenham one in the final, he blazed that and it kind of like
blazed it. He just hit it
whereas
hard.
Milner has got that kind of I'm putting it right there.
Milner's
And
got the
you ain't
Terminator
getting.
thing, bro, where Milner actually knows exactly where he's putting it and he just puts it there.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm giving
I
a
hate-
slight
look,
edge to Millie. Slight edge.
Both
Slight edge.
sick. Both sick. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
for
both are
me,
sick.
I might go for Salah.
Fair enough. No, fair enough.
Fair
I
enough.
might go for
That
Salah.
is sick from the spot. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got no issue with that.
There's no wrong answer, by the way. I was just
Yeah.
trying to see like who you look with favour.
Even the best
Demo-
miss, Roberto Baggio missed, like, all the best miss, isn't it? So it's
Yeah.
not
Of course,
even-
100%.
Demo Dre9 says penalties taken as a pro for England. Grealish 1, Saka none, Maguire none, Sancho 3, Rashford 14, Kane 40, Sterling 5, has missed 3, Stones, Shaw, and Phillips all on 0. It's bad.
Raw. So basically, Kane's the one with the library with 40. Yeah.
Mm.
Sterling's had 5 and missed 3. That ain't good. This is what I was saying.
Mm.
We imagine if
But
Sterling
really
took
and truly,
Imagine
we say
if Sterling took a penalty.
obviously Saka's the youngest one, so it seems a lot worse. But really and truly, anyone you throw into that fifth out of the crop you've got to choose from is a risk. Let's be honest.
But Maguire, you see Maguire
They
absolutely.
packed it.
Maguire
packed
cut across the ball like he
Yeah,
was an
big
absolute penalty.
And do you know what? Yeah, I know
Yeah,
hindsight is obviously easy. So I'm not even trying to dig Southgate out for this because I actually think Southgate did a brilliant job. I'm not going to jump on the Southgate's crap bandwagon, but when you actually think about it, Trippier coming off at halftime, I'm not going to say it's a mistake, but we relinquished the possession and then ended up losing the like it going all the way and we didn't win the game. And Trippier would have been one of the good penalty takers. So obviously that's the thing that you can maybe look at a little bit. Yeah, and you look at the midfield. I reckon Declan Rice would have probably been a better option in terms of dealing with a thing, technique on a penalty. It's a little weird, some of the decisions in hindsight. Hindsight always makes it a bit easier, innit? But in hindsight, I mean, even Phillips, I know he's never been in that situation.
Phillips got technique though, but he's got
Phillips.
Bro, Phillips has got natural good striking technique. But again, in the penalty,
they're so different.
No, you are right. But I just think to myself, here's the thing. You know, when you look at Saka, I think Saka's a great player. But if someone said to me, from a dead ball, he is good. But I would say maybe Phillips slightly better. When they strike a ball from long range, who would you say slightly better? I personally would go Phillips. No, I'm just saying though. No, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying, you know, like law of averages, you might think to yourself, maybe I'll give it to Phillips because like maybe just ever so slightly, he might be the guy.
Because remember, the only thing about Saka's game that's iffy is his finishing. So you kind of have to think about it from that point of view.
Finishing and penalties are two different things. Torres was a killer finisher, but wasn't really
No, but what I mean is the art of finishing is very transferable into a shootout. It just is. Like it is, man. Because if you're good at picking a spot, then you can transfer it into being a penny taker. And the whole point of being a good finisher is that you've got the composure to pick a spot. You don't just rush it at the goal and hope it goes in. You actually see a part of the goal.
More times than not,
aim for it. So it is very transferable.
Fernando Hierro is one of the best penalty takers in La Liga history. He wasn't a finisher.
No, but that's only because he's never going to get a chance to. All right, let me give you an example.
Like, if you look at the history of great finishers, they normally make good penalty takers because you can transfer being good at picking a spot into taking a penalty.
All right, let me give you an example. But then again, this might lead into, I don't even know actually, this might make you look better, Carl. All right, Sergio Ramos is a bad penalty taker, yeah? But again, just because we don't see him do long range strikes, you can see though, even from the way how he even passes the ball, you can tell his technique is on smoke. Like his technique is on crud all day, every day. Regardless of however people feel about Ramos, you can't take away that this man can take a penalty.
We've seen Ramos from corners and free kicks that he is actually a good finisher.
But he's a good footballer. No, what it is, he's just a good footballer in general. Like, and again, that's why I will say, like, you can just tell, like, I could tell you straight away. If someone said to me, like, who do you think is better at finishing from like 25 yards, Ramos or Saka? I probably might even say Ramos because his natural technique, just because he's a defender, his natural technique is actually frightening. He actually is a midfielder for actual technical way. Even someone like a David Luiz, you just got like technical players out there.
Louise is different from the
No,
Scots.
but he come. Do you know who else I bet could take a sit penalty and he'll probably never take one for Liverpool? Virgil van Dijk. You can tell from the way how Van Dijk even passes the ball and even like hits the ball. You can tell natural technique. Even Trent. There's just certain man where like how they hit the ball, you can see it. With Saka, I was a bit like, I'm not sure, bro. If you might get what I mean. Maybe I'm trying rubbish, but I know what I'm saying when I'm saying.
No,
like,
Matt, you know, because you're on my wave, I get that we might be wrong. Yeah, we're not going to just sit here and act like
yeah, I might not be. Yeah, it's not gospel.
It's not about wrong because
I'm just thinking of.
I definitely believe if you look at a player's career, you can make an educated judgment on whether that player will be good at penalties. And I would say Phillips would be a better penalty taker than Saka, based on taking an educated guess on what I've witnessed as them. Do you get what I mean? Like he's more cleaner with his strikes, and he just seems like he's got more of that. I'm good at this aura around him when it comes to shooting. So I would rather Phillips took a penalty, and we could be wrong, but I would rather Phillips took a penalty than Saka took a penalty.
Yeah, it's mad because
you get what I'm saying. But
it's mad, yeah, because I agree. Like it's weird, isn't it? Because even someone put in the comments as well, I just saw like Thiago, like there's no reason. Like
that no look penalty from Thiago,
bruv, it's different. He's different. Bruv. But look, do you know what? I bet he could take a sick penalty, even though I haven't seen it doing for Liv. Actually, no, what am I talking about? I've seen it for Monaco a million times. It's Fabinho. You know, you just can tell certain man could just lock it in the corner, lock their foot, and it's just in the corner. You ain't getting.
Yeah.
Saka didn't have that, and Sterling. That's why I said people having a go at Sterling. Allow it, man. He's not that penalty striking.
Yeah, he's not a good penalty taker.
There's
no point putting him in there just because he's older than Saka.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, he's older, and you got people like Roy Keane saying, "Oh, that's a disgrace." Like, bro, like he's not a good penalty taker.
Did Roy ever take a penalty in a shootout?
Maybe he has. I don't know, but again, I bet.
I don't know. I'm genuinely asking because if he hasn't, I don't really want to hear it from him. I'll just be real. Like Roy's starting to become this persona who just says things just flippantly just for the sake of it. If you haven't taken a penalty in a shootout, don't call someone else a disgrace, in my opinion. Especially another professional. Like, come on, you just savvy there, man.
It's true.
It's Finner says thoughts on Euro 2020 team of the tournament. Shaw, Sterling, Maguire in there.
I haven't seen the tournament team. I haven't seen the whole. I haven't seen it.
It's always going to split opinion, stuff like that. To be fair.
Yeah. Sterling should have been in there though. I think Sterling had a very good tournament.
Mr. Dare I Say It says, do you think Curtis will get called up to the senior team soon? Because apart from Jude and Hendo, there really aren't any real box-to-box midfielders in the team. I don't even know if I'd call Curtis a box-to-box midfielder.
Sorry, repeat the question. Did he say what? Say that again. So
will we see Curtis get called up to the senior team soon? Because apart from Jude Bellingham and Hendo, we haven't got any box-to-box midfielders. But again, I don't even know if Curtis Jones is a box-to-box. I would categorize him as a box.
How would England use Curtis Jones? I think Curtis Jones could play in a three-man midfield, like how he does for us. I think he can do that. I think he's good enough to play in England's midfield. I think he adds another dimension for England's midfield as well. And again, I just think if Curtis Jones continues his trajectory at Liverpool, I think he'll break into that England team, and he might even make it to the World Cup. He's got the talent. That's unquestionable, in my opinion, anyway.
Musa LFC 21 says, guys, Grealish hasn't taken a pen in 2 years. Same with Sterling. The truth of the matter is, Saka probably was the best choice based on training and form.
We'll
never know.
You don't know, man.
We'll never know. Edward says, I reckon if you told Jordan Henderson he could go back in time and take the last penalty, but he had to miss, he'd still do it instead of Saka. Maybe, but Henderson was off the pitch. He got substituted off, so he couldn't even take a pen.
I don't understand that either, you know.
What he means in
and taken off.
I get what he would take that responsibility away from Saka.
Of course he would. I think Henderson will beef Southgate. He's that type. He would actually beef it. I think he would, you know.
So Mario says, does Gomez getting ahead of Maguire or Stones?
If all the centre backs are fully fit, I'd play Maguire and Gomez.
If England want to continue playing a back three, yeah, which they're in love with sometimes, not all the
Then
time, but
Gomez is
sometimes.
that third right. Centre.
Gomez goes into right-sided centre back, and you just move Walker into the right wing if they still want to have Walker over Trent. I'm just saying, I'll put Trent there, but
Trent's got to
England,
play the wing back.
Walker. Did you see? Listen, did you see
Walker-
when Walker got skinned up by Insigne? I think it was Insigne when he made
Just-
man slid on the floor.
Bro, I
Walker's
think
pace
Walker had
and
a
power.
brilliant game, bro.
Bro, Walker had a good tournament, but there's certain situations where he just thinks athleticism, run back, slide challenge.
Pace and
Like,
power, Walker.
bro, calm down, assess the situation, and before you jump in, you might be able to just hold man off, you know? You ain't always got to dive in. But this man think he's a maverick. And don't
Do you
get
know
twisted,
what?
he can do the thing,
I think
but
that was just one of those. The ricochet was favourable for Insigne. I actually think going to ground in that position was probably a good idea.
No,
I think
it
Walker
wasn't.
had a brilliant game and a brilliant tournament.
It wasn't, man. It wasn't.
No, I think Walker is highly underrated.
975 Jamrock says, fellas, is it greedy to actually think we need one centre midfielder this year and another like centre midfielder like Newhouse next year along with a striker this year and a left-footed centre back? I don't think it is. We're going to speak about centre midfielders shortly, but I'm on that wavelength. I don't know about you guys.
Bro, if I'm being completely honest, the reason why we're not asking for a lot is because we know we won't get it. Obviously, we're like the kid that knows that dad just lost his job. We're not going to ask for a PlayStation 5 for Christmas.
True. LFT Sports TV says the racial abuse was sickening. Indeed, I think everyone on here
don't even get me started with that.
We're not even going to give energy to the people.
Don't get me started with that thing there, bro. Trust me.
Everyone knows our stance on that. 975 Jamrock says, add to the last message 2 centre midfielders this year and a winger. Gee, 975 Jamrock, is there something you're not telling us? Because
do you know what Jamrock just asked for? Jamrock asked for the P5. He asked for 4 control pads for when his man them come round. He asked for every game made on the release. He asked for a yearly pass. You know the what's it called, Matt? Where you pay the PlayStation Plus. Man asked for the yearly pass.
Yeah.
He also wants the VR. He wants the
2 extra pads. He wants the 2 extra pads as well. He wants the new black one, the midnight black. He wants the red pad as well. Bro, he wants a lot, bro.
And he wants to keep his P4.
And all the games. No trading whatsoever. You sure you got enough games there? No, it's like, do you want to trade some of those games? No, I need them all. But you never play. I don't care. I just need them in the catalogue. All right, mate.
Bogdan says, even if it is true, Grealish's tweet is unprofessional. I disagree.
No, it's not unprofessional because listen to what he says. He words it very carefully.
Yeah. Bogdan, it's your opinion, and I'm not saying your opinion is wrong, but I do think players should be allowed to stand up for themselves if something's been said about them that isn't true. Like I think that goes in any walk of life. If someone on here said Callum said this, I've got a right
man's supposed to say,
no,
I didn't say
that.
No, bro, but remember, quiet in them things.
What Grealish has done hasn't even gone against what somebody said. He's just heard the public, like me.
No, that was Roy Keane.
One of the people that's saying that he's like, as a senior player, he should have been more up for a penalty.
He responded to something on Sky Sports. I think it was from.
Did he actually respond to an actual? Okay, fair.
Mr. Dare I say it says, just to remind you, Mo has 112 minutes goal assist ratio. Crazy.
Mo's different, isn't it? He's different.
Mr. Dare I say it just says Millie has 30 pens, 5 misses. Mo has 24 pens, 3 misses in their careers.
So Milner's missed 5 penalties out of 30. That's impressive.
So 1/6 of his penalties. Mo's missed 1/8 of his penalties.
Both of them are levels, man.
Impressive.
Levels.
Very lucky to have both penalty takers.
And I bet a lot of those misses were when they were young.
Nah, Milner's missed 2 at Liverpool.
Has he?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Barryball, if I'm not mistaken.
He missed a penalty in the Premier League?
Yeah, Huddersfield, yeah.
What? When did I miss that?
Was that under the Brendan Rodgers era?
Was it Huddersfield or Stoke?
Are you sure that was Premier League? I think it felt like a cup.
100% he's missed a penalty for Liverpool.
What, under the Rodgers era?
No, under Klopp.
Are you sure?
100%.
Bro, I did not know that. You know.
It was
Yeah,
either
that don't-
Huddersfield or Stoke. I can't remember the exact team, and I know
on
he
the
missed
Klopp era, not the Rodgers era.
100%.
I need to
I
go
don't
and
even. I
that
didn't even
don't
remember that.
sit with me. I don't know why. I don't know why it don't sit with me. I feel like James Milner's never missed a penalty.
He's definitely missed a penalty.
Not in the Prem. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
People, please, confirm this because this is
Apparently,
has he?
Southampton. He's definitely missed one though.
Someone put Southampton, Carl. Southampton finished 0-0.
0-0. Yes, it was the season we were chasing top 4, and we thought we were out of it because we didn't win that game. We drew the game 0-0.
Right, boy. I must have wiped that from my memory.
In it, because I feel like Milner never misses a penalty.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. I don't remember Milner ever missing a penalty for Liverpool. So yeah.
Has
Fair
Salah
enough.
missed one for Liverpool? He hasn't, has he? I don't think not for Liverpool.
I think he missed his first penalty for us, but he scored all the other ones.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What was the first one? Who was the first one? Can you remember?
I can't remember who it was again.
I'm trying to remember, you know.
You know the wickedest thing, yeah, is we're talking about penalties. I think we're kind of all right for who can take penalties, but Liverpool need to just either really get Trent taking free kicks and really becoming a master of them, or we've got to sign a player that can get them little 25-yarders 3-4 a season. Like, we've got to start being a bit more dangerous from set plays. We become very predictable from set plays, man.
We've got a man that can do it. He just doesn't play though.
Who's that?
Shaqiri, bro.
Oh yeah. Shaqiri.
That guy's got a wonderful left foot, you know.
Shaqiri's good on the right side. You need a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. That is true.
Trent needs to really start getting in training, I think, and like proper, just like
he's good enough.
A free kick.
He's good enough. He just needs to be more consistent. But he's good enough, though. We've seen it, innit? We've seen it.
BC says, Pens is about belief. Look at us in 05, came back from 3-0 down, and we started to believe we could possibly. I get it. You need a bit of luck, but belief in self as well. Very true. Mario says, boys in the training looked good, ready for the season. Yeah, they did. It was so nice to see Virgil.
Hey, Virgil. Hold on. Did someone say Virgil? Hey! Someone said Virgil. Hey! Someone said Virgil Van Dijk. Hey! Hey!
Hey,
Hey! Mandem.
Like
Mandem. Simicast, new signing.
Can anyone give me an update on how much more Sadio's hairline's grown in?
Now, can we just look at Van Dijk's hairline? Flipping hell, bro. Look at the waves.
Yeah, he's got everything.
Nah, listen, and look how he looks blenched again.
You want to know what's even more impressive about his hair? Is that he uses a soft brush and he still ain't bruck up his baby hairs. How's he managed to achieve that?
Bro, Virgil,
the hair texture.
Virgil is back, you know. Nah, he's back, bro. But he's back. I don't care, bro. He's back. Can't talk to me about Diaz and them, man. Them frauds there. Diaz.
Who, sorry?
Get out of here, man.
Ruben Diaz and them, man, there. He's just as good as Van Dijk, you know. It's been an amazing season. I'm telling you, bro, he's amazing. Shut up, bro. Your man was getting twisted up by Chelsea in the Champions League final. Our man's built different. Everyone bigging him up like he's the biggest thing since last year, you know.
Like John Joe Shelby or one of them, man, bro.
Oh, Matt, you just killed me with that.
No. But Diaz and them were getting twisted up against Chelsea, you know. Listen, them man can't talk to us at all.
975 says, no, I want Shaq, Wilson, Origi, Minamino, Phillips. Not Phillips. Millie wages off the books. Oh, Naby sent on loan. We've already spent 35 mil up front for Kanate.
Someone said Taki's put on weight. Let me double check. Has he? Is that? Nah, he kind of.
No, he still looks the same.
Yeah, guys, he's wearing a medium. Don't let that fool you, man. He's a medium. No. He's the same.
You know what? I don't even care if Taki puts on weight. That wasn't his problem. His problem was his output. So, like, I don't really care how hench he gets. It's all about output, man.
Before we move on to our final topic, guys. Congratulations to Owen Beck, who's Liverpool's academy left back. He's got a new contract. He looks very good in the academy. Looks very accomplished. So hopefully he drives on and makes it to the first team. Also, people smash the like button. Please smash the like, people. We've got over 800 of you watching. Please smash the like. It really helps us grow as a channel and will really help us in the future. So please do that, guys. Now, guys, final topic. So Fabrizio Romano came out very recently in an interview with the Anfield Watch, I believe it was, and said that he was asked, who do you think Liverpool's next signing is likely to be? And he said that he believes it would be Renato, Sanches, and also believes Liverpool will spring a surprise this summer. All right, so it goes back to the centre midfield situation. So I'm going to ask you a question just after I read out the super chat. So LFT Sports TV says Matt flirted with VVD.
Hey! Man, posing, you know. Look at Virgil. Look at the quads. Look at the quads. Look at the quads.
Even the forearm, he looks like he's put on muscle.
Bruv, he's put on the... Listen, that's our centre back.
Camera angle. He's the same height as the mountain people.
Bruv. I just highlighted some more pictures. That's our centre back, you know.
Yeah. He's a centre.
Yeah. That's Virgil, bro. Come on now. Brother, you man crazy. You man, listen. Ruben Diaz and that, he's the greatest, bro. He's so sick. Like, he came from Benfica, you know. He does a madness with John Stones and what's his name? Otamendi, now he's gone. Who's the other one, Jeff? Who's the other one?
Laporte, mate. Laporte.
Yeah. That Laporte geezer. Shut up, bro. Seriously. Shut up. Man, I don't care about them boys.
You know the biggest regret of Pep's career is not signing Van Dijk.
Bro, 100%. This man tried to say twice. Twice.
No, it's true. But be honest, if Man City had signed him, they would have wrapped up we would have won the league.
Alright, I'll be real, people. And
they
these
would have
man
wrapped up
admit
everything, bro.
Yeah,
these man admit it.
Champions League by now and all that.
I'll admit it for you, lot. If they would have signed Van Dijk, there would be no more Kopish. There'll be no point. What we're gonna say every week? Yeah, you know, Man City too good, you know. Them man have just got Van Dijk and Stones and Diaz and that. Bro, we would have been getting worked. Our strikers every week up against Van Dijk.
It would have been proper unfair for Van Dijk and De Bruyne to play in the same team.
No, imagine still would have got Van Dijk and then they would have added Diaz. And
no, it'd have been Laporte.
And Laporte, sorry. And they still had Stones, and then they played a back three. It would have been fun.
Shout out to the Harrison family for the super chat. All right, guys. So the question I have for you guys. So obviously Fabrizio is speaking about Sanches. Obviously we've been linked with Saul. I want to go down a different rabbit hole here. And I want you guys to hear the full question. I want you to analyze it before just going with an answer. Because I know what your answer is going to be. Because it's the same.
So, bro, just to answer this question, because Harrison's asked it a couple of times. Yes, Pogba would be in my team in the tournament. Yeah.
Yes,
for me, it would be as well. How about a great tournament?
So I lost my... All right, so yes. Last season, when we were linked with Thiago, no, I won't say everyone. Most people were resigned to the fact that we were going to lose Genie, and most accepted it. Weren't happy with it, but most accepted it, right? We signed Thiago, we kept Genie. Genie's now unfortunately moved on. Let me ask you guys. The fact that we're saying we need a centre midfielder, is that because we thought we were short on numbers last season? When really, in actual fact, we had two of our normal centre midfielders play most of the season at centre back. So I'm going to ask you guys, do we actually need a centre midfielder, or is it something we want? And the reason I say that is because now we have 5 centre backs at the club, 5 registered, 6 if you're adding Davies. I'm not going to make any jokes on that. So 6 centre backs. So effectively, 6 for the whole season shouldn't need we shouldn't have any issues there. I'm not saying the personnel are all world class or whatever, but I'm saying you've got 6 players to cover you there. In centre midfield, as things stand, we have Fabinho, we've got Thiago, we've got Henderson, we've got Jones, we've got Keita, we've got Ox, we've got Milner. That's 7 centre midfielders as well. So I'm going to ask you, do we want a centre midfielder, or do we actually need one? And if we don't sign one, can we survive the season?
Just to get to Mario Super Chat before I answer you, so it doesn't when Virgil appeared in training today, he clocked her to the rest of the squad, and like Tony Montana yelled, "Say hello to my little friend." Listen,
Hey, you wanna play rough? Okay.
Raf? Huh?
Okay. Reloaded.
Say hello to my little friend.
Reloaded.
All I got in this world is my ball and my ball, and I don't break up for nobody. You wanna play rough? Okay. Well, say hello to my little friend.
Okay.
You wanna play
I'd
rough?
rather it was more. I'd rather it was more like Belly. You want to bomb run with me? But
Lord Walker says surprise.
Mikel.
Our surprise will be Frankie de Jong.
I got it. We love it. Let's say,
Frankie ain't going.
Bomb run with me. But for me personally, Cal, to answer your question, it's a very good point. It's a very good point that I guess I probably never thought about until you just said it. Maybe we were a bit light in midfield because we had two midfielders playing a centre back for real. So if you put them back in midfield, then we should be a little bit better. But because Henderson does seem to be getting more and more injuries these days, I'm not going to call him injury prone, but he does seem to be picking up injuries. And then you've got Naby and Oxtal, obviously fully injury prone. I think that loss of Genie now, Cal, is a big deal, because if we was to think about players in our midfield that are dependable and reliable in terms of their fitness based off the last, say, 18 to 24 months, then really and truthfully, you're squeezing Hendo in to make it Hendo, Fabinho and Thiago, right? After that, now Genie's gone, there's not a dependable midfielder.
In terms of
fitness, I know Jones is dependable fitness wise, but obviously with him being young as well, we don't just want to we put a lot of pressure on him last year. We don't want to have to do that again.
Milner as well.
I know, but at 36, I think we've really got to phase Milner out of our thinking, and he just slips in where he can. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine we had to put Milner in midfield for like 6 games in a row. We'd kill the guy. So,
but in theory, if you've got 7 centre midfielders, you should have to play him there for 3 games. You are gonna kill him. Make him rest. You're gonna kill the boy. Boy, you can't play 3 games in a week. You're mad. He's saying Millie needs a little vibes here. Get the supper jet. Get the nutmeg. Funny up. Pussy out your head. Grab a girl, I guess you get your tea again. Grab a girl, I guess you get your tea. Get the supper jet. Get the nutmeg. Blade it up, turn it on your head. Grab a girl, I got to get your children. Grab a girl, I got to get your children. You say Millie needs a bit of that, yeah?
I can't breathe. Oh, man.
oh, man.
No, I'm actually. I can't breathe. Oh my days. Oh man.
No, let me compose myself.
I'm finished.
975 Jamrock says, yes, we do actually need 3 centre midfielders, 2 this year, 1 next. Millie right back this year, Ox, Naby and Hendo all injury prone. You can't overplay Thiago. I agree.
Jamrock wants us to use Millie as the backup for Trent, and then loan out or sell Nico then?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I kind of agree with that. Not even kind of. I agree with that. I would get Basuma and another centre midfielder this summer, and then Milner's contract ends next summer, and I'd get another centre midfielder next summer as well. That's just me being real with you guys.
Would you get 1 or 2 this summer? You get 1 or 2 this summer?
Two.
All right.
But that means I'm
But here's
moving.
the
So
thing.
what we saying? Saul and Basuma then?
That
Yeah,
would
but that's it.
no.
But that's
See,
enough.
I would get
All right.
Basuma
Yeah.
and someone slightly more creative in midfield.
Yeah, this I was gonna say. I want two different midfielders because
Yeah.
one thing we've always said, yeah, is that as much as we love the way how our midfield is, we sometimes cry out for that guy that just can do something out of nothing. When we had Coutinho, for example, and with someone that can do like not obviously not a De Bruyne, but someone that's just very, very creative, innit? We've never really had that, and we haven't had it consistently since Coutinho's left, yeah. So for me, it will be. I know he's already gone, but I would have went and got Rodrigo De Paul and Basuma. That's who I would have got this summer,
makes
innit?
sense.
Like,
I'm not gonna play. The Paul had a very good Copa America. They're
Bruv,
lucky they signed him
but
before.
he's the guy. Don't be set. The Paul. You see the Paul, yeah. And the thing is, he's playing in. And here's the thing for Argentina, he's playing in a flat two, yeah. And he's not really known for being in a flat two as well at Udinese, bro. This guy can do it all. Like he can just do it all. But anyway, I'll say this. Realistically, we're going to get one midfielder. Like it looks like this summer, unfortunately. But I do think we need two. The reason I even say that is because of this. Not just because Gino Adams gone, but because of you're asking, as Drew said, a lot from James Milner, and you're asking for Naby and Ox to do something that they've never done, and that's be fit for a whole season. That's never happened before, and we have to be realistic.
Can I ask you guys? Do we need almost a hybrid of a creative midfielder and a goal scoring midfielder? Because I see a few people say we need a goal scoring midfielder, but dare I say it, obviously apart from maybe Thiago, no one from that centre midfield role could probably create. So maybe Cater if he's on form and fit. No one can really create consistently in that midfield. You've got industrial, you've got hard workers. Henderson's creativity is underrated, but you wouldn't say he's a constant creative threat to the other team, would you?
Yeah.
No, not really. No.
We ain't really got that guy, bro.
Basically, you're saying we need to try and find. You're basically saying we need to try and find our like Bruno / De Bruyne kind of player, basically.
Yeah, but who is there out there?
You just got to scout them, bro. But here's the thing: Liverpool should have the answer to this, though.
No, I agree. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys a question now. If we were to get two centre midfielders, we're not going to get two attackers. So would you rather us get two centre midfielders and one attacker, or two attackers and one centre midfielder?
I want to say that one more time, bro. I just saw something about Rodrigo De Paul and it just got me mad. I just saw Fabrizio to say official confirmed done deal. Rodrigo De Paul. I already knew, but it just hurts to see it again. But yeah, go on.
It is done. So basically, I don't think we're going to get two centre midfielders and two attackers. I think it'll be one or the other. But if you guys had to choose, so Drift, I'll start with you first. Would you get two attackers and one two attackers and one midfielder, or two midfielders and one attacker?
Ooh, interesting question. That
I'm greedy, I'd get two attackers.
Okay, cool.
And one midfielder.
Matt, what would you do? Same to everyone in the comments as well.
Me personally would go for two midfielders and one attacker.
Interesting. Mario says, I really think a signing like Olmo would solve a lot of our creative problems and ease the burden off Trent and Robbo.
Olmo's good. He's a good player. Yes, he's. But even Nkunku, as you pronounce it, Nkunku, you know the guy from Leipzig as well.
Yeah.
He's a techie player as well. I like him. Don't get me wrong, Olmo's good, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Olmo's good, but don't know if I put him in that high echelon of player though.
Me neither. Musa says we're allowed a squad of 24. I believe it's 26. But players and stockpiling players like that won't benefit us. All current players and players coming in will want guaranteed minutes. I hear you, but we're heading more and more towards the squad game now. I think gone are the days where it's just 11 men or 13 players that play the whole season, unless you're just fighting for one competition. Liverpool should be fighting on multiple fronts, and dare I say it, we need a big squad to do that, especially when you're going up against the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Juventus, Bayern Munich. We need to be competing with their squads if we're going to win things consistently. So we've got
going off of one of the viewers' comments. Going off one of the viewers' comments, how would you lot feel if Liverpool chased Trippier for backup?
That's never happening.
Obviously you'd be a sound backup because you get experience, but I just know that Atletico are apparently asking for like 30 between 30 and 40 million euros, bro. That's how because they
Is that
don't
how
want to
much money
lose
you're
him.
going to pay for a
That's
backup? Yeah?
no, they're not. Man United kind of
Not a
called the
backup,
interest
though.
because when they heard that, they were a bit like, what? Because Atletico don't want to let him go, but they're saying if you want him, that's how much it's going to cost. And to me, like for a right back of that magnitude, like that's crazy, bro.
They remember Man United won't be buying Trippier as a backup. They'll be buying him as someone who plays in certain games, and Wan-Bissaka will play in certain games. If you buy Trippier for us, he's a backup because there's not a thing he can do better than Trent, in my opinion. So if we were to buy a backup right back or an alternative, I'd want us to get a more defensive right back who doesn't replicate what Trent does, and you can put him in a game.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
You think you're going to be under the caution, maybe you can sit back a little bit more and have a defender who is more like a Klein, for example, more solid defensively, won't maybe give you as much going forward, but you're solid with him at the back. There's
I agree with
no point trying to get a Trent regen, in my opinion.
I was thinking more along the lines of Trippier seems to be a good professional, but maybe there's an inside voice that he's had his experience abroad and he's enjoyed it, but maybe he's a bit homesick or something. Maybe he wants to come home, and maybe that's why he'd be willing to maybe be more of a second choice or a backup, so to speak, to get to come back to England than to stay abroad and not really enjoy playing abroad. But obviously, that's just me spitballing at that. Because when I was thinking Man United are going in for him, I did think, why would he leave Atletico to be a squad player? But maybe he's just had fun abroad and he wants to come home. You never know, because not everybody enjoys playing abroad. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that was just me spitballing.
Donovan says get a right back and let Trent play some in midfield. Maybe that's what I'd say. Kimmich would be perfect for that.
Kimmich, bad boy. Kimmich is sick, bro. Trust me. Kimmich.
I still don't know about the whole Trent in midfield thing.
No, I think
still don't know.
There's not. Listen, I don't think we need him in midfield. He's great where he is now. Yes, if we had the worst injury crisis ever, then that's something you'd look at. But I just don't think we need to go down that route yet, personally.
On that note, then, Matt,
because we don't have a solid right back. Who's the solid right back that's going to fill in?
Here's the thing. Just play devil's advocate. Let's say we did get a solid right back. Would we then need to sign a centre midfielder if Trent could potentially play a midfield as well?
I don't know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying
because you're asking Trent then to learn his trade as well. Like,
I don't want
it's a lot to ask.
To play midfield. Do you know when we moved Trent into midfield? We moved Trent into midfield when athleticism is starting to become a slight issue because he's getting on a bit. And then you kind of do what you do with John Barnes, where you think, all right, he's about 29, 30 now. This up and down thing is a lot more difficult. Now let's use his technical ability and push him into midfield where he can do things at a slower pace, so to speak. Right now, while he's a young buck, we don't worry about him getting up and down and stuff like that. We just keep him at right back, man. There's no need to move him into midfield. He's years away from worrying about moving him.
I agree.
In my
opinion, I agree.
Fair dude. Fair enough. Well, people, that is all the topics we have on the agenda tonight. We are going to have some members videos coming for you this week as well. If you're not a member, please do check out our membership package. You get exclusive videos, behind the scenes access, and more. We should have a couple shows for you this week as well. During the week, we'll obviously have our Friday show. You'll get a show in between Friday and now as well. We are going to have some fun stuff coming out for you in the next few weeks to months as well. Like, things are moving. We've got some very, very fun things planned. So
smash the like, people.
Community already, then let other people know, because it's going to be very fun. We're going to have fun shooting and filming stuff, and I think you guys are going to have some very enjoyable moments of watching what we film. Edward says Trippier can cover both fullback positions, and we sell Costas. I personally wouldn't. I don't like Trippier as a left back. I don't.
He does a decent job there, though.
But he's decent, but I wouldn't want to see him there.
That whole cutting in when you're on an attack.
Yeah.
No, I hear
I'm done with that. When Millie stopped playing now, I was done with it, man. Absolutely done with it.
For real.
Yes, people, check out our merch store as well. As you can see, I don't know if you can fully see it. I've got my Allison.
Jeez.
I can do both t-shirt. Available
Snapback.
in black and white. Matt Drift sporting the hats as well. We've got beanies.
As you can
as
see,
well.
we've got the dad cap and the snapback. We've got
In it, the two different caps, you know.
We got mugs.
Real recognized,
we're
real.
mugs, not people. We're calling mugs. So make sure you check that out as well. But Matt Drift, anything you want to say before we take the people out?
Boy,
Yeah, I'm gonna just to give everyone a heads up. I'm gonna milk talking about Origi for as much as I can before he goes because it looks like he's going. So get used to that. And big up to the boys. I know we didn't win it yesterday, but you know what? They definitely made the nation proud. Hold your head up and don't listen to anything that these idiots have to say. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed, much support to Sancho.
in it, protect our young
Saka,
kings, man.
yes,
Rashford,
Rashford.
Sancho, Saka, Sterling. Don't want to see
I actually
abuse
wish
today.
I could make some Arsenal and Man United shows because it's so like just like you know
Protect them,
every
man.
the circumstances are different and we could just keep this to banter, but obviously we know how the world is. So
Yeah,
Protect them, man. Go check my Insta if you know what I'm talking about. You need to
Indeed.
protect us.
Protect
Protect
these,
us, man. Protect them, man. Trust
we
me.
haven't obviously spoken about it, but everyone knows our stance and what's been going on.
100%.
As Drifty said, rightly so, we ain't going to give that sort of energy on the channel.
Indeed.
But yeah, you all know what it is. You all know what it is. Yes, people. Jamaica in the Gold Cup tonight as well. Be wearing my Jamaica jersey for that one tonight.
Hey, you know this.
shout out to the man who made that happen.
Yeah.
Who I will
Yeah.
be exposing to give credit to as long as he's okay with it. Because I know man don't want no credit for that, but that was a
Yeah, for real.
he deserves that credit.
For
Yeah,
real.
I'm gonna have a little Vibes Cartel playing low in the background. Get the game going. Might will burn a little incense in the house and all that. Have two dumpling and curry go, you know. Just sit on and enjoy the game, you know. I go watch the boy them from yard, you know. Reggae boys. So I gonna do it, you know. Night 75 Jamrock says Thiago's injury history is horrible. It is, but the key word there is history.
And plus, let's not start jinxing that one either, because I know you want to go.
Yeah, no, for real, man.
Yeah, so we watched Jamaica tonight. Family, I will say family.
I knew he was gonna say that, you know. I was gonna tee you up for that, but family. I was gonna say,
I love my family to me, yeah. You couldn't tell one of them. And then we are buy 3 sardine and a 1 pan of rice from shop. And I know my make it now.
Oh, don't even joke.
I know all of them. I make them trip and kill way. No way, you must say.
Hey, bro, why didn't you put no emphasis on that, bro?
Say that again.
Why do you put no emphasis? But that P word, why do you put the emphasis on? If you're going to imitate Pop Guy, you have to do it.
My mum watches this, bro. I don't need that.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have to do it right. You have to do it right, you know.
I can't be saying that.
You know what? Only because you said mum, why I didn't do it myself. You know, I got to keep my perspective.
Yeah, next time
I never went to mention the word mum.
Ears are burning, bro. My ears are already burning.
See them?
My mom's gonna see you next time. Like, oh, I saw your bright drifting. All right. I saw your bright.
Future.
You're chatting out with people. All right.
I think you're bright.
I saw your bright.
Oi.
Oh boy, but enough love to everyone who watched today. Smash the like if you haven't already, and share this video amongst friends, family, and relatives. Until next time, people, stay safe, stay blessed with Kopish, and we are out, people. Take care.
Peace.
So we like.